Go.
We there? Good morning, everybody. Jim Weller here. We are there. You are here. I am there. We're everywhere. Weller Does Delmarva. If you're watching on Facebook, good morning. If you're watching on TV, good morning. We are going to have an action-packed show. Lots to share with you. Lots to tell you about. 5 or 6 different guests. All kinds of things to give away. So I want you to be ready. Write the phone number down. Have it in your speed dial. 422-7336. We're not ready for your phone call yet, but when we are, we got to take them one after another and keep them moving. So my first guest, I believe, is ready. He's a young man. He is a young man, pretty young man. But anyway, Colin, are you there?
Yeah, I like to use the term very young man.
Very young man,
yes,
wise beyond his years.
Oh, my goodness. I'm so green behind the ears and wet behind the ears and all that.
Better than waxy in the ears.
Yeah.
All right, so what's going on in your world?
So going on in my world, TV Delmarva, there's a lot going on with TV Delmarva. Of course, we have Wall Service Center, and we have been unbelievably busy. So I would really like to thank the community for coming out, supporting Wall Service Center, and having your cars repaired there. We knew it was going to happen. We didn't know when, but it has broke loose.
Well, good. It's the end of the month. People are getting out. Things are loosening up, and they want to have their vehicle safe and sound, and you can make that happen.
That's right. City of Milford Electric is very happy that we're busy right now. So,
well, good. Do you want to talk about a help wanted position or not right now?
Nope, not at all. So I want to talk about TV Delmarva. So all TV right. Delmarva, we are ready to go. We're ready to put your commercials on the air. So if you have an advertising need, we can help you out. We have packages starting under $100 a month, Jim. Could you imagine having a TV commercial actually air on a TV station for under $100 a month?
Right, because it's more than one ad.
That's at least one ad per day.
So it's at least 30 ads for less than $100.
It's at least 30. Yeah, is that what you said? 30, or did you say 3?
I said 30.
Oh, okay. I thought you said 3. Okay.
Oh, okay. I might have said. I don't know what I said.
You might have
said
anyway, 33.
It's at least 30 ads over a 30-day period. Great way to get the word out. If you've never advertised, this is a great way to dip your toe in the water.
And we've got great shows, Jim. We have your show that runs Saturday mornings. Following you, right after you, is Jessica Martinez in the studio. And then we've got Michael Sprouse after that. So lots and lots of great shows here on TV Delmarva. And we are working closely with a network. We're going to have some network programming here, too, with really good shows on that as well.
And more local shows to come.
That's right. Always more.
How do they get a hold of you?
Well, they can give me a call, 302-242-8015, or they can just email me. They can text me or call me at that number. That's my cell phone.
Texting is best.
Yeah, 302-242-8015, or Colin at tvdelmarva.com. So it's Colin with one L.
Colin.
Yes.
At tvdelmarva.com.
Yeah, Delmarva with one L, too.
Oh, really?
Not DELL.
All right. Is that it?
Right. That's it, Jim. We're getting close to going on the radio, too.
All right. No problem.
Stand by.
Stand by, everybody. So Jim Weller here, and you're listening and watching a weekly show. We're going to take some phone calls after a while. We're going to give away some Eagle Wings sauce today. It's called Sauce Shack Redemption. I hear the disclaimer or whatever it's called. We're coming live on the radio, and we want to thank the in-studio producer, Dan. It's a young man named Dan working today. So anyway, good morning, everybody. You're listening and watching and doing your best to put up with a show called Weller Does Delmarva. Now, I can tell you, in your entire week, you have not witnessed anything like what's getting ready to happen over the next couple hours right here on Delaware 105.9. At 9 o'clock, we go off the radio, and we continue on TV Delmarva or tvdelmarva.com or James Weller or Weller Does Delmarva on the Facebook. We got lots of giveaways, lots of things to do, lots to accomplish. And I want to say good morning to each and every one of you. We're going to be talking in just a minute or two with my state rep, Jesse Vanderwende. He'll be talking to us on the telephone. Knowing Jesse, he's been up already for hours getting things done, so we're going to get him on the phone in a few minutes. I also wanted to brag on one of my sponsors. So we're going to call this a sponsor segment. It's Dry Zone, Team Dry Zone. Man, when it's wet and rainy out, that's when, if your basement is leaking and it's never leaked before, or you're tired of it leaking, Dry Zone has a solution. If your crawl space is wet and damp and musty and moldy, you don't have to live with that. Dry Zone has a solution. If you're getting ready to open up your pool and you've got some concrete that's not level and you've got a tripping hazard, Dry Zone has a solution. If you need some electrical work done, Dry Zone has a full-service electrical division. So Dry Zone is a local company, locally owned and operated by Bill and Heather, and they do a great job. And Team Dry Zone is growing all the time. They're always looking and adding more team members on Team Dry Zone. So if you need any other services, if you want to know more about them, check out their website, which is dryzone.com. You can stop and see them weekdays on Beach Highway or Route 16 in Ellendale at their worldwide headquarters at Dry Zone's Big Red Barn. Stop in and say hi, see some of the folks, check out some of the products. You can apply for a job in person. You can see some of the awards they won. Great local company, support many things, just all around good people, but they do good work at a fair price, and their warranties are fantastic and transferable, which is nice if you ever want to sell your property. So how do you learn about Dry Zone? Go to dryzone.com. How do you contact them? Call them on the phone, 302-684-5034. Dial it in that order, 302-684-5034. Dryzone.com. Now, like I said, the first person we're going to be chatting with, well, the first person was Colin Walls, TV Delmarva. Next is going to be Jesse Vanderwende, who is going to be joining us via the telephone here in just a couple minutes. We're not quite ready for him yet. And then we're going to be taking phone calls. We're going to have different guests on. Let me tell you some of the people that are going to join me today. All right, first is Jesse Vanderwende. Jake Miller from the Division of Parks. We're going to talk about Fort Delaware. Anybody know Fort Delaware? We're going to talk about that. Then we're going to get a phone call from Justin Ward, Invisible Fence Brand of Delmarva. We're also going to be chatting with Representative Rich Collins. Always a wealth of information. Then I'm also going to be talking to Greg Ryan. Donna Stalvey, she's opening a brand new business in Milford, Delaware. And then Renee Edge is a local realtor, going to tell us how hot the market is and what's selling or who's buying, or how can you do a little bit of both. I like to buy and sell. So anyway, we're going to talk real estate. We're going to talk all kinds of things. Stay with us. Now, we're also giving away some Eagle Wing sauce today. A lot of people are grilling and barbecuing on Memorial Day, which happens to be Monday. And if you want some sauce, we're going to be giving away some sauce today, and you'll be able to pick it up at Weller's in Bridgeville up till 2 today if you want, or you could pick it up over the next couple weeks. But if you want it for Monday, you'll have up till 2 o'clock if you win to go pick it up today. So with that said, I want to say hello. Weller's Utility Trailers will be open at 8 o'clock today, so they will be open. And I've got a billboard for rent. So if anybody out there is listening, I've got a billboard on Route 13 in Bridgeville, right at Weller's Utility Trailers. If you're looking for a billboard, I've got one there for rent. It's two-sided. It's nice and visible. 20-some thousand cars a day go by there. And then I've got my electronic billboard on Route 13 in Ellendale. Very loud, very out there, very bright. So if you're looking for some advertising, I can make you a package deal on a billboard and being on my show. So we are always looking to help businesses promote themselves. I like to sell advertising, but more importantly, I like to see businesses get results from their advertising, and that's what I'm all about, getting things done. Now, let's talk one more thing about Weller's in Bridgeville. We're going to be open at 8 today. And even though it's rainy and overcast and I don't know what's going to happen next, rainy, dreary days are very, very busy at Weller's in Bridgeville. And we will take care of you. But I'll give you an example. Last Saturday, we sold 14 trailers in 6 hours, okay? And that's a big number. That's a big number. So be aware for Weller's, we are busy, and we want your business, and we appreciate your business. Just understand that, we can only wait on you so fast because we want to give you the time that you want and the time that you deserve. All right, so now I have a phone call. I believe I'm going to take it. So, caller, are you there?
I'm here.
Is this Jesse?
This is Jesse. How are you, Jim?
Good. I didn't wake you up early, did I?
No. The chickens did.
The chickens did. Okay. So this is Jesse Vanderwende, a local businessman, a farmer, also my state representative. And how are you doing, Jesse?
Doing really good, Jim, under the circumstances. I mean, we had some rain last night, so that's good for agriculture for sure. So, we're all surviving through this pandemic that is causing, the community to suffer so much.
And what are you hearing from people? Like you're a state rep now, and what are people saying to you? What are your people in your ear telling you?
Well, Jim, I think people are ready for some normalcy. I think people are ready to get back to normal. One thing, especially the business community and the people that they serve. And I just feel like, we flattened the curve. We've done a good job of that. But, hey, it's time to get back to business now. I mean, you've got businesses that are suffering. They need to be able to operate to a larger capacity than what they have been, if at all. And, it's time to give those people a chance to make some money here because
Right.
There's more to it than just trying to pay their mortgage. I mean, they've got electric to pay, insurance to pay, employees to take care of, their own families to take care of. This is definitely a trickle-down economy. And we've got to be careful at this point. We are really crippling folks, especially, not only in our area, but on the eastern side of the county where the beaches are.
Right. And so are you all for let's just get on with things?
Yeah, I am, Jim. I mean, I think we can do it in a responsible manner. I think if people want to continue to wear masks, I think they should. With businesses open up, maybe, restaurants for a while, let's do reservation only. I mean, I know the governors came out with 30% capacity, I believe, as of June 1st, and I think it needs to be higher than that because, quite frankly, I don't think you can show a profit at 30% of your capacity. I think there's ways we can do this responsibly. And I'm not saying, I'm not saying we should go crazy tomorrow morning, but I think everybody should be allowed to open, and they should be able to make their own decisions on what they need to do to keep people safe. I mean, people can take self-responsibility and personal responsibility, and we can, the business community, as a small business owner, I want to keep myself and my family and my employees and my customers safe. Nobody wants people
put them
to
in
get
harm's
sick,
way.
But we also want to survive. We've got to be able to survive this financially. If not, it's going to be devastating for a long time.
Well, I think it's already technically hurt a lot of businesses that may not even recover from it. And I think Sussex County is totally different than Kent, and Kent's totally different than Newcastle. And all of our decisions are being made from Newcastle-type thinking. And then it trickles down. But in Sussex County, you've got so many owner-operators, entrepreneurs, and the whole reason they went in business is because they're intuitive, they're ingenuitive, and they know how to get things done. Just tell us what you want us to accomplish it. You don't even need to tell us how to accomplish it. Just tell us the goal and turn us loose is the way I feel about Lower Delaware especially.
Well, no, I agree with that. And I mean, can operate, have to operate safely. No business is the same. Your trailer business isn't like my ice cream business, or it's not like my business isn't like Mr. Ralph Scott's furniture store. I mean, there's a lot of, we're all different here, but we can all do this. And, this is way too late. I've been advocating for 3 or 4 weeks now, 4 weeks now, that this needs to be opened up some. I obviously signed on to a couple letters that went to the governor's office to try to, encourage, hey, we need to change the way we're operating here. I mean, I'll tell you, Jim, one thing that's not set well with me through this is there was a lot of local businesses that may sell 1 or 2 items or may sell one type of product, and they weren't allowed to operate. But you could go to a bigger conglomerate like Walmart or Lowe's and buy all of those things and meander around the store basically like nothing had changed. And I just feel like that decision was wrong because a small business, especially a family-owned business or a smaller managed business, could do a better job of keeping people safe, keeping their product, the doorknobs clean, the counters clean. You know, you can't tell me that a small business couldn't do a better job at that than a large conglomerate store. You know, I think that's how we should have been operating, you know, the whole time, especially within the last 4 to 5 weeks when we kind of saw what the curve looked like. We kind of saw who it was affecting the most. So that, you know, those are some things that need to get changed. We need to open people back up.
And I think personally, Jesse, I think that Delaware can't bully those big companies. I think that they know they can't be told to do that, and they don't attempt to tell them. But us lower Delaware or Delawareans, you know, we trust our governor. We believe what he says. So we're trying to be, you know, abiding citizens. But these big companies, I don't think they would dare go to them and say, you know, because they court them to bring them here. You know, and they're not going to go and give them tax breaks or breaks on utilities and things like that and then turn around and say, now we're going to go ahead and throttle you down. But a small business, we didn't receive any of those things to open our business. So I think we are more compliant than the big companies would even dare to be. That's just my personal thoughts. But
I think you're probably right, Jim.
You know, so when you send a letter to the governor, does he respond to you?
I haven't seen any written response. You know, everything's been, you know, virtual, I guess you would say. You know, like the last letter we sent on, losing track of my days now, I guess Monday or Tuesday, I guess it was. You know, he responded when the press asked him some questions, but, you know, that was pretty much it. I haven't seen any written response. That's what you're asking.
All right. Well, can we talk about Vanderwende's ice cream for just a minute?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was there yesterday. It's really good. So how's it going there?
It's going through this time. We've been able to operate through drive-through at our home location. Our home location has done very well. You know, we're going to open Greenwood this weekend. Our stores are open now for folks to walk inside. They need to have, you know, their social distancing. We've got the tape on the floors, trying to keep people 6 foot apart to try to comply with everything that is happening. Dewey and Fenwick, those locations, they were open last weekend. They will be open this weekend, and after this weekend, they will be open 7 days a week. Our wholesale business is, you know, numerous wholesale clients. That's going fairly well. Obviously, the shutdown has hurt that tremendously because a lot of the folks we typically sell to haven't been able to serve. But, hey, it still tastes good, and I'd like for folks to come out and get some for sure.
Now, I saw a sign in Tamborelli's yesterday that Vanderwende's ice cream is coming there.
Yep, we'll be coming there. I think when things open back up and they're actually allowed to seat people, I think we'll be selling ice cream there for sure.
All right. Well, anything else you want to say or add or wish you hadn't said?
No, I don't think so, Jim. I appreciate you having me on. It's been a while. We need to, I need to get on here more often for sure if you'll have me.
Now, this is your first time being in the political arena. Has it been everything you hoped it would be being a state representative?
You know, it's been really rewarding. On one hand, you know, when you're able to help people through a process or when you're able to get people answers, the constituent service is very important for me. You know, it's rewarding not only for myself, but, you know, I see it with our staff that work with us at Dover. You know, they're very happy, too, when they can get something done for folks. I mean, that is very rewarding. Yeah, I enjoy it. I would have to say, you know, sometimes the process moves a little slower than I even thought it did. And I guess that can, I don't know if frustrating is the word. Well, I guess it is a good word, frustrating sometimes that things have to move as slow as they do. But, you know, it's certainly hard to change the process. You just have to, you have to be a voice for the people you serve. And and I've really tried to do that. I try to, on a lot of the major bills that are coming along, I get a lot of folks writing to me, asking me or telling me their opinion, and I certainly read through those and take those into consideration because, I'm representing the 35th District. I'm not representing just myself. So
Right.
I've tried to take the opinions and the voices of the people in my area and vote and make decisions based on how I feel and what they've told me they want.
All right. Well, very good. All right. Well, I'm going to let you go. Is that okay?
That's all right, Jim. I better get back to work before I get
What are you doing today?
Just getting some equipment ready for barley season. Around the 5th of June, we'll start cutting barley. We finished up planting corn. For the most part, we've got one small farm left to plant maybe Monday. And Tuesday, we're going to start planting watermelons again.
Now, do you work on Monday with it being a holiday?
We'll have to take care of the livestock, but we do try to take some time Monday to, enjoy family, for sure.
So maybe you only work a 10-hour day instead of a 15-hour day.
There you go.
There you go. All right, Jesse, take care. Have a good weekend.
All right, Jim. Good talking to you.
Yep,
Thanks
thank
for having
you.
me on. Hey,
See ya.
happy Memorial Day.
Yep, happy Memorial Day. I'll see you. Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye. All right, that was Jesse Vanderwende, everybody. He's my state rep and a good guy, and, he wants to get things done, a local businessman, and so on and so forth. Not to mention, Vanderwende's ice cream is pretty darn good. All right, so here we go. What are we going to talk about next? I want to talk about Weller's Utility Trailers. We are going to be open today, and something I want to tell you about that we have is the best deal around on flagpoles. People say, how can you sell a flagpole for over $100 less than the same flagpole from the company online? It's because I bought a ton of them, maybe more than 1 ton of aluminum flagpoles. So a ton of aluminum flagpoles is a lot of flagpoles, and I want to liquidate them. So if you want a really nice quality flagpole, the brand I sell is called uncommonusa.com. Look them up online. Look up the 20-foot tall presidential series. I've got it right here. I looked it up, printed it out. It's on sale right now for $299. For a 20-foot tall aluminum telescopic flagpole, comes with all the installation hardware, has a gold ball that goes up top. It holds 2 flags. It comes with 1 flag. It's all made in the good old USA. And I want to let you know that they're on sale for $299 online at the manufacturer. Now, at Weller's in Bridgeville, we've got them for $177. These are brand new, full manufacturer's warranty, still in the box. I just bought a lot of them. I got an incredibly good deal because people say, how can it even be possible that you're $120 below the manufacturer? It's because I want to get rid of them. So if I want to sell a flagpole, I can do that. So if you've always wanted a flagpole, maybe you've got one that's a little worn out or tethered or whatever, these are telescoping. They're real nice and easy when you want to put the flag at half staff. They hold 2 flags. They come with 1. The flag is beautiful. It's made in America. It's got the stripes and the stars sewn on it. Like we sell flags, and we sell some that the stuff is sewn on and some that it's silk screen. These are a real nice quality flagpole. They're a real nice flag, and they're on sale, available for you, citizens of Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and the whole United States for only $177. And if you come into Weller's in Bridgeville, there's no sales tax, okay? So check them out. Go to uncommonusa.com. They're right there. The presidential series is $299 plus shipping. No free shipping, plus shipping. We've got them for $177. That's not a misprint. They're not blems. They not got any problems. I just bought them when they were at the fair a couple years ago, and I got tons of them, hundreds of them, and I want to sell them for $177. And right now, we are still allowed, no matter what the coronavirus, we are still allowed to fly the flag, okay? We don't have to put a mask on the flag, nothing like that. So it is our God-given right to be able to do this. Memorial Day is Monday, and we need to honor people by flying our flag, the flag, our flag, okay? So it's that simple. And again, there are no state restrictions on flying your flag other than when to put it at half staff and when not to. But other than that, Wellers.com, Wellers on Route 13 in Bridgeville, open today from 8 to 2. We will be busy. Please be aware of that. There's only 3 people in there selling. We are looking for another person to help out in the showroom, but we are swamped all the time anymore. So thank you very much for all of our customers and all your support. You're watching a show. You're listening to a show called Weller Does Delmarva. We do this show every Saturday morning. How long you been doing it, Jim? Well, I've been doing it this is show number 350. We've done this show 350 Saturdays without missing a Saturday. So we thank you for watching. We have people watching on Facebook all over the world. I need you to hit your button to start a watch party. We're going to be with you on Facebook till 10 o'clock this morning. We got people listening on the radio, Delaware 105.9. We thank you for that audience. They're going to be with us till 9 o'clock this morning. We've got people watching on TV Delmarva, and they're going to be with us till 10 o'clock this morning. So please stay tuned. We're going to be taking some phone calls after a while, doing some giveaways. We got guests coming on. It's going to be a good time and a relaxing time. And don't forget, we've got a lot to tell you. So stay tuned. Now at 7:30, we take a break from the radio. Okay, so that'll be any time that we do that. So we take a break from the radio at 7:30. So when we take that break, just look up James Weller on Facebook or look up Weller Does Delmarva on Facebook, or turn your TV to channel 14 and check out TV Delmarva, because when we stop on the radio, we don't stop the show, okay? So we don't want you to miss a minute of it, not 1 minute of this show, okay? If you enjoy the show, let us know. If there's something different about the show you would like, let us know. And if you'd like to be on the show, let us know. If you'd like to buy some advertising on this show, let us know. How do you let us know? Just send me a message to 542-9157. That's my cell phone number, 542-9157. I hear the music. We're taking a break from the radio, so switch over to Weller Does Delmarva on Facebook and you won't miss a thing. All right, so here we go, folks. I want to just remind you, we are right here in the Weller Complex, Catch It Live Studios, out in the middle of nowhere in Lincoln. We have found 2 mice in this building already this morning. I can't believe it.
Meese.
Yes. So anyway, we are doing our best to keep up with things.
But we found them. They like that sticky trap for some reason.
Oh, my gosh, Colin. You were not supposed to tell anybody about that. All right? They only
just
found
shoot them
it.
out
They
the
walked
door.
around it. They walked around it.
We politely asked them to leave the building. Yes, and we escorted them to the door. How's
Correct.
that?
So anyway.
Hey, good morning, Jim. TV Delmarva, lots of good things going on here at this studio and out and about. You know, once this pandemic's over, we're going to be out and about and doing some live events. We're probably going to have some parades and who knows what else.
We're going to have our own parade downtown Lincoln. In fact, we should have it right down to Pell's Road.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where you get the fire companies to come out and a couple of helicopters to fly low and all that stuff.
We'll have to get Dickie Appel's schedule so we know what time he goes to breakfast.
That's right.
Yeah, we don't want to interfere with him.
Right. On his golf cart.
Anyway, TV Delmarva, lots of things going on here. We've got live show. Your show, Jim, 7 a.m. till now 10 a.m.
Yes.
On
the bonus
Saturdays.
Hour.
That's called the extra hours bonus hour. So you're on the radio for 2 hours and TV, and then you're on TV only for the third hour. So TV Delmarva. How can I get TV Delmarva?
Tell me, old wise one.
That is the question I hear all the time. How do I get this channel?
Right, I want one.
So the first way to do it is if you have an antenna, point it towards Seaford.
Okay.
Rescan your television. And look for Channel 14. We're over the air on Channel 14. That's right.
It's that simple.
It's that simple. We have a 500-foot tower there right in Seaford. Even though we're licensed to Dagsboro, our tower is in Seaford.
All right.
Our signal reaches all the way over to Dagsboro.
Okay.
But that's, if you're in the lower Delaware, so Kent or Sussex County or lower Kent County.
Right.
And then the surrounding Maryland counties, you'll be able to get us, if you have a good outside antenna, you'll be able to get us pointed at Seaford. and rescan, look for channel 14. If you can't do that, if you have internet, Roku, on your Roku device, search for TV Delmarva. If you don't have a Roku and you have an Amazon Fire Stick, same thing. Search for us there. Or tvdelmarva.com. You can do that with your phone, your computer, your tablet, maybe one of those smartwatches you could even do it with.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I do it with a pair of binoculars?
You can, yeah. It depends. I'll open the shade here in the studio if you want.
Okay,
Jim.
so I could see right through the window and watch the TV screen.
Or you can watch it on your neighbor's TV screen.
That's true.
Yeah.
TV Delmarva, it's everywhere.
That's right. That's right. Even on your neighbor's TV.
That's right.
If your neighbors are doing it, you probably should too.
It's the in thing. You got to keep up with the Joneses.
That's right. And
All right.
yeah.
What? Your
And the
neighbor's name's
Wellers
not
and
Jones?
Yeah, the Joneses, the Wellers, and the Millers, and the
Wallses.
Wallaces, and
Right.
yeah.
Everybody deserves to be able to watch TV Delmarva.
I agree.
Okay.
Everybody should. So, hey, we're working with a network, too. We're getting close to having this network deal done, so we're going to have some more variety of programming here on TV Delmarva.
Yeah, you are in the contract world now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Everything you used to do was just kind of off the cuff. Now everything's contract.
Now we're looking for income.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, you want some income now.
I figured it out, Jim. Income should have been higher on the list. Than all
Yes,
these
that
other
should have
things.
been the first thing you focused on.
That was we did it in the wrong order.
Right.
Lesson learned.
Yep. So buy some advertising off of Colin.
Right.
Very
Income
affordable.
before expenditures.
Yeah,
That's
I agree.
a good lesson.
Yep. All right. Thanks
All right,
a lot,
thanks,
Colin.
Jim. See ya.
All right. I want to take a phone call real quick. Anybody out there watching wants to call us on the telly? It's 302-422-7336. 422-7336. I want to give away a bottle of Eagle Wing sauce, and it's called Sauce Shack Redemption. That sounds so familiar. Sauce Shack Redemption. Anybody want a bottle of sauce? Call me right now. We'll give it to you absolutely free. You can use it on Monday. You can pick it up at Weller's today. No charge. It is given to us to give away by Delaware Sauce Company. They're actually located right next to M&T Bank on Stein Highway. Open Saturdays and Sundays 10 to 3, other days by appointment. So DelawareSauceCompany.com. Call me now if you'd like a bottle of sauce. 422-7336. The phone call's free. The sauce is free. All you got to do is go to Weller's and pick it up, all right? It's that simple. You don't have to pick it up today. You can pick it up today, or you can pick it up over the next couple weeks. Now, don't forget, Weller's in Bridgeville. Going to be open today. We're probably going to be open here in just a little bit. We open at 8. And we're going to be busy. We're going to be busy, and we would like the opportunity to earn your business. But there's something that we are liquidating. We're getting out of some things. We're not going to continue to sell kayaks. You heard about the flagpoles, first of all. Why are they so cheap? I just want to get rid of them. I got hundreds of them. I want to turn them into cash. I want to take that space in the showroom and use it for something else. So you win. Here's another, you win. I'm getting out of the kayak business. So we have 2 or 3 different brands we sell. Some of them are like $800-900 kayaks, and they're like $397. Now, some of them have been sitting out in the sun a little bit when we put them out for the day on display, so they could look a little teeny bit faded, and some of them have never been outside. So you take your pick. We have different shapes, different styles, different prices, but the beginning kayak is an unbelievable price of $137, including a paddle, which is a $30-some value. So it's a kayak and a paddle. And I don't know how many we got left. It might be less than a dozen, okay? We had 39 the other day. So I thought we still had 100 plus. They told me the other day we have less than 40 kayaks total. So, and how many kayaks do people normally buy?
105.
1, 2, 3, you never know. So it's Wellers.com, Wellers in Bridgeville, 337-8228. I hear the music. We're coming back on the radio. So thank you, Dan. Now we're live on the radio, TV, Facebook, Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, everywhere. If you're watching on Facebook, would you do me a favor and start a watch party? So that way everybody knows where you're at. So let's see who's watching on Facebook. All right, I'm going to look up Weller Does Delmarva, and let's just see what's going on. See who's out there watching the show. I got to find it, first of all. We got a phone call? I didn't even see you there. I thought you were cleaning your ears out. All right, this is a phone call. Is this Justin?
Morning, Jim. It's Justin Moore with Invisible Fence.
How you doing today?
We're doing pretty well.
Well, this is a sponsor segment. Our friend Justin Ward, Invisible Fence brand of Delmarva. What are you doing today? You got anything cooking?
We don't got any picnics going on just yet today.
All right.
But, we're out, and we're waiting for some of the fog to dispense up in our neck of the woods, and we're going to go out and get some stuff done today. We're actually going to be burying some wire and doing some invisible fence stuff.
Okay.
So just to catch up, and we got a lot of clients that are eager to get their systems up and running. We're seeing a lot of new puppies, and we're doing actually a lot of the outdoor rocks right now, where we're putting perimeters around flower beds, gardens. Everybody's getting their garden ready. So the dogs have been in there digging or eating the plants. So we're going to work with the puppies, keeping them out of that.
They work real good. I have one of them.
Yeah, so the new indoor units, we're working with them, micro shields, and the large indoor units, keeping dogs away from trash cans. A lot of people got them this weekend for they're going to have dinner, special dinner. Even if they don't have guests coming over, they want to create a Memorial weekend dinner. So they wanted to get the indoor unit set up in the kitchen so the dogs don't steal the hot dogs or hamburgers off the counter.
And this is just an item. This is just an item you lay right on the counter, right, or on the floor in the room.
Correct. Yeah, it's an avoidance solution. You can charge it for 24 hours and then move it anywhere you want in the house. The settings can be set different from inside to outside versus the fence versus the indoor unit. But other parts of the year, you use it for the Christmas tree or furniture, countertops, things like that. So it matches right with the Boundary Plus system or the traditional technology. You can match it right up to that. And it's really cool because we can start puppies as young as 8 weeks with training and stuff like that. So, but overall, they avoid the solution, so they avoid that countertop. You can go down to an audible tone or a light correction, and then go from there. So, yeah, a lot of people are getting those cool little avoidance solutions.
Well, you've got a solution, to pretty much most scenarios. All people need to do is give you a phone call and talk to you about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I always say it's customization. We met some dogs this week that definitely needed. I had, for an example, 2 labs with 2 varied personalities. It was kind of a joke in their family. They called the one Duke from the Seven Dwarfs, the Disney movie Seven Dwarfs. They called him Droopy or whatever. So,
okay. And
then the other one was more of a go-getter. So. There was 2 different personalities that we really had to adapt to when we were training. So, and it was pretty cool just watching how, with 2 different personalities, they reacted to the training and stuff like that, and how we were able to work with the homeowners on getting them to work with them individually. So they had little hope for the ones that didn't want to react to the training, but as time goes on, I tell people to be patient and consistent. And there was a big difference with that. So, yeah, free estimates. They come check us out on Facebook, YouTube. We got a lot of videos, and they can call us at 410-546-2436. They can also text that number. Like I said, free estimate, and it's all customization.
Very good. I've dealt with you. I'm very happy with the Invisible Fence brand product, and it's saved my animals. I look at it, not only do I not want them to jump up on the counter or do this, I also don't want them to run out in traffic. In other words, I live out in the country, and when people are going by, they're rolling. So it saves me money and keeps my animals safe also. So many solutions. The phone number one more time, Justin?
410-546-2436.
All right. Well, have a good Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, everybody have a great weekend.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Bye. All right, there he goes. So that was one of our good sponsors. Now, I think Jake is here. Now, hold on here. This is Jake Miller, not Jake from, I forgot that insurance company. State Farm, right. This is not Jake from State Farm. This is Jake Miller from the Division of Parks. Jake, how you doing?
Good, thanks, Jim. Thanks for having me on.
Well, thanks a lot for coming. Did you have any trouble finding this conveniently located building?
Well, you're driving along the road. Wasn't sure if I'd missed it or not. But
Okay.
The sign out front was good. I found it pretty easily.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Good. Have you been out in this area before? Or?
I've been down along Route 1 down to Georgetown, like the Trap Pond. But
Okay.
never down Appel's Road, is it?
Appel's Road, yeah.
Never been down Appel's Road.
Where are you from? Which way did you come from?
I came down Route 1 from Delaware City.
Delaware. You come from Delaware City just to do this?
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't
I
miss it.
did not know. Well, thank you very much. I feel honored
No
now.
problem.
Thank you. And so what are you wanting to talk about today?
Well, I came ready to talk about Fort Delaware State Park.
Okay.
Which is where I'm located.
All right.
So
now, is that where Peapatch Island is?
Yes, it is on Peapatch Island.
So you have to take a little boat to get to it.
You do, yeah.
Right.
It's if you haven't been there, it's an incredible place.
Okay.
It's
I haven't been, but
closest-
my wife has told me all about it.
Yeah, closest thing Delaware has to a castle.
No
I think.
kidding.
Yeah, it's 40-foot granite walls built around the time of the Civil War.
40 foot tall.
Yep. Yep. 3 stories tall.
Wow.
And you stand in front of it and just think, how in the world did they build this thing in the 1850s?
And
Really
it's a
incredible.
big building?
Yeah, it's about 6 acres. 6 acres
dang.
inside the fort.
So we go to where? What town's it
So
called?
it's out of Delaware City.
Delaware
which is
City.
just north of the C&D Canal.
Up by the old St. George's Bridge.
Yep. You cross St. George's Bridge, and it's the next exit off of 13 or 1 or whatever.
All right. And so you go there, and do you have to call or make a reservation? Or
Not typically. This summer you probably will because of the pandemic and everything.
That's right.
At least
Yes.
for a while.
Yep.
So you can go online. You get your tickets online.
Okay.
You show up. You in Delaware City, right there by the water.
Okay.
You jump on the ferry. It's about a 8-minute ride over to the island or so.
And the ferry's only to go to this.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So the ferry goes to Peapatch Island. You get off. You can spend as much time there as you want.
Okay.
And we have all kinds of stuff going on throughout the day. So
Do you fire a big cannon
we
ever?
do. Yeah, that's one of our popular programs. We have a.
You don't like fire a pumpkin ball out of it, right?
No, as much fun as that would be.
Okay.
We don't do that.
Okay, it's just the
Yeah. So we put about a pound of gunpowder in it, so you get the boom.
Really?
You just don't get the projectile.
Does the cannon move?
Not visibly.
Okay.
It probably does, but you can't really see it.
Okay.
We have the wheels chalked, and it's made to fire about 10 pounds of gunpowder. I can imagine firing 10 pounds of gunpowder.
And then how big of a ball?
So the ball
or
would be
bullet
60,
or whatever it's called.
65 pounds.
Whoa,
Yeah,
wait a minute.
Yeah.
The thing they would put down the barrel weighs 65 pounds.
65 pounds, yep. And that wasn't actually even the biggest gun at Fort Delaware. The biggest,
Really?
Yep, the biggest one they had during the Civil War was a 10-inch Columbiad, and it fired a 128-pound solid shot.
So when they run help wanted ads for people to be in that war, they have to be required
Oh yeah.
to pick up some weight.
Oh yeah, yep. There's a story from Fort Sumter, which is very similar to Fort Delaware, that during the days before the war started, if you wanted to prove how manly you were, you get the 128-pound solid shot and you carry it up to 3 flights to the gun. Now
The
I don't want
gun
to
is that high up.
Oh yeah,
I never
yep.
thought of that.
Yep. Yep.
And they probably didn't have elevators back then.
Well, they could have rigged up a pulley system, which is probably what they typically did.
Okay.
But nonetheless, what you're doing then is you're using the power of your arms to pull that thing up, or a bunch of guys.
Wow.
On it. But it's crazy to think about. Yeah. Just
Right.
how they did that during the
And then how
1860s.
long do you think from the time they fired the gun to when they could fire it again?
A good crew could load probably about a shot a minute, believe it or not.
That's cranking, isn't it?
Yes, yep. You have to be moving, which is why these guys practiced about 4 hours a day, because you got to get that teamwork element down to be able to do it really, really quickly.
Is it called a pumpkin ball? What's it called?
It's called a solid shot. Well, there's a couple different things you can fire, but the big solid 128 pounder, that's called a solid shot.
Is there one up there to visually see?
There is. We've got painted concrete to look like a 65 pounder.
Okay.
But then in one of our rooms, you can see some of the original 128 pounders.
Really?
Yeah.
So if we go there, can you get up to the 3rd floor?
You can, yep. So we have the rooms redecorated a lot. The fort's in really good shape for a fort of that time period. So you can still walk around a whole lot of the. You can see a lot of the rooms. You can walk up to the ramparts and look at the view and see that we have one of the guns there. It's pretty neat.
It sounds neat. I'm intrigued.
Yep. And even better, we have our staff, we have our rooms decorated, first of all. So a lot of the rooms have been restored and refurnished as if it was 1864. And then our staff actually wears the period costume and hangs out in the room and does some of the tasks. Like you can see a blacksmith building hooks. You can see someone doing laundry, just like they would have done in the 1860s.
Do you think they had internet back in the 1860s?
I'm pretty sure they didn't.
Wi-Fi. their attitude would have been Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
Is it air conditioned?
We do have one room that is.
Okay.
Because it gets pretty hot in the summertime.
I was thinking, and I was thinking if they're dressed in some of that attire, it's probably a little warm.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wow.
It can get hot. So we have a visitor center that is air conditioned, and then we have a break room that's air conditioned as well.
Is this 6 days a week, 5 days a week?
For this season, we're not 100% sure what the schedule's going to look like yet. Everything's still a little up in the air. Typically, on a typical season, it's Wednesday through Sunday.
Wednesday through Sunday. Wow. And how long have you been involved with it?
I've worked there in this position for 5 years. So I started in February of 2015. And then when I was in college back in 2009, 2010, I worked as a seasonal and as an intern.
And so you work for the Division of Parks?
Yes.
Do you happen to know Ray Bivens?
I do, yep.
I just wondered, that's all.
Yep.
No,
he's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy. He's a friend of ours. And,
oh, yeah.
And he helps help us. We like promoting the Parks Department. We think it's neat.
Great. We appreciate it.
So we go there, we get on the ferry, we go to the thing and walk around. And do you know if there's any Wi-Fi there? Like if I want to do a Facebook Live?
There's no Wi-Fi at the island.
Okay, just
so unless you have like a smartphone or something like that.
Okay, well, I'll bring that.
Yeah.
Okay. And what else might we see there?
Another thing that's great about Pea Patch Island is it has an area that is really marshy, and it's really good for wading birds. So we get herons and egrets and things of that nature will come and make their nest there in the spring, and it's actually one of the largest rookeries or areas that they live in on the East Coast.
Because they're not going to be disturbed much,
right? Yeah,
you're protecting them.
Yeah, it's a nature preserve, and then that area of the island is so marshy that you can't even really get out there if you try. So when you go out to see the fort, you can enjoy the history and everything that was built in the 1850s. You can also walk out on our trail on the north end of the island, and we have a sort of an observatory platform built. And you can get a look at all the. It's incredible the number of birds that you'll see out there.
Really? So you want to spend a little time there?
Yep.
Can you take a picnic lunch with you and sit down and eat at a picnic table?
Yep. We have lots of picnic tables both inside and outside the fort. You're encouraged to bring as much food as you want.
Really?
Yep. Bring your kids. So we have lots of stuff for them to do as well.
Okay. So like it can hold a few people.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Okay. Is there a weight limit to the island?
That's a great question.
I just wondered if they have engineered you can only have so much weight here.
If there is, I'm not sure. It's way beyond anything that we've ever hit.
Because now with the new social distancing, you're going to have to figure out what
that's going to be a little different. Yeah. So
right.
we're working very hard on that. I can't give you an open date yet at the moment or exactly what it's going to look like. But that is certainly going to be a factor.
Some of the things we now have to think of.
I know, right? It's an interesting world we live in.
It really is. In other words, how will Pea Patch Island operate?
Yep.
Oh,
well, that's been the big question for us for the past couple of weeks. But I think we're getting close. We don't have anything.
You want everything
yet.
to be safe.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You want everybody to be well protected and well respected.
Yes, and also give our visitors the best possible time we can.
Mm-hmm. Do you get do school buses come up with classes of kids and things like that, or
we do? Yeah, we do school groups in the spring and the fall.
Okay.
Usually starting in the spring at the end of April, and then in the fall going from September to the end of October.
And when you look out on the water, is this where you're going to see any big boats going by or anything, or it's not that close? Mm-hmm. Oh, it is that close. Okay.
Yep. So you'll see. Yep. It's a great place to watch ships go by.
Okay.
And if they got the tall ships running from Philadelphia or whatever.
Oh,
great place to see them. A lot of what you'll see is tankers and cargo ships.
Okay.
But some of these ships, it's incredible. The fort is huge.
Okay.
But if you're standing and looking out at the river as the ships go by, the ships just dwarf the fort. It's incredible.
Do they really?
Mm-hmm.
And it's 40 feet tall.
Yep. Yeah.
Gosh, so the boats.
And you think about what the people that built the fort would think if they saw these giant boats.
Right.
Just be unbelievable.
Isn't that something? And I guess the people in those days, when they came up on a littler boat and saw the big fort.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
what role did the fort play? What did it do for us?
Yeah, so the idea is that Delaware City is about 40 miles south of Philadelphia and Wilmington on the Delaware River. And that's a navigable river. So if enemy navies want to attack Philadelphia, one of the best ways to do it is to sail up the river and start firing into the city. So the idea is if you can put something in the way that keeps them from being able to get up the river, that's a good way to defend the coast. Mm-hmm. So that was what we do. So we'll usually we'll have our crowd there watching, and we'll always give we call it a preparatory command.
Okay.
And basically it's cover your ears.
Cover your ears.
So that everyone can be ready.
Wow.
Yep.
Hold it. That would be CYE. Cover your ears.
Cover your ears. Yep.
Not the other CY, whatever.
Yep.
All right. Well, what else do you want to tell us?
I think that pretty well covers it. I will say that we are again, I don't know exactly what our season's going to look like, when we're going to open, things of that nature, but we do plan to be open this season, so we'd love to see you out there. Come visit us and check us out on Facebook. We're putting some pretty good content out 3 times a week on our Facebook
What would
page.
the Facebook? Just be Fort Delaware?
Fort Delaware State Park.
Okay, Fort Delaware State Park.
Yep. So you can see we've done a number of videos the past few weeks. We've got a virtual tour of the fort. We've got a video of us firing a musket.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool.
I never thought about the muskets. That's right.
Yep.
In other words,
we do those too.
So with the musket, you got to like stick the stuff down the barrel and pack it down there.
Yep. You do the whole thing. So it's a muzzle loader. So you're doing everything from the top end. And using the ramrod to ram everything
Where
down.
a normal gun, you load it from the back end.
Correct. Yep.
See,
and
I'm
they did
catching
have
on.
those. They did have those during the Civil War. They were just starting to become a thing.
Really?
Those are called breech loaders. But
have you ever shot one yourself?
I've shot the muzzle loaders.
Does it got much kick?
It does if you load a bullet. It does.
That's right, because that's what creates a lot of the kickback.
Yep,
okay.
Yep. And I've fired it a couple times with a bullet, and it's surprising. It's like firing a 12 gauge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you imagine fighting a war like that?
It's hard to.
Yeah.
I mean, what we do, if you come see us, it's really cool because you're seeing maybe 3 or 4 people fire. Okay. But you have to imagine that multiplied by 1,000.
Oh,
and all the smoke and all the noise and you got shots coming back at you.
Right.
It's unbelievable. I can't believe that. It's truly remarkable that
it gives a whole different meaning to, we're now, they got, a gun that will shoot a mess of bullets one after another, but wow. All right. Well, I don't want to cut you off. Is there anything else you wanted to say or add or wish you hadn't said? You want to take it back? Or?
I think that pretty well covers it. Thanks again for having me.
Have you ever heard of this show?
I appreciate it. No, this was the first time, but I've enjoyed listening to it when I was back there. And thanks so much for having me on.
Well, thanks a lot. And we appreciate you coming down, okay?
Yeah.
We're going to give you one of our little business cards. If you can give us a review on Facebook or wherever we are, we'd appreciate it.
Love to.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot, Jim. Nice
Have a safe weekend. Happy Memorial Day.
You too. Same
okay.
to you.
That was very informative. In other words, my wife has been, and I'm sure she told me all about it, and I might have forgot some of it. But what a great place to make sure you visit. This is a must-see destination, Fort Delaware, okay? So write that on your calendar if you would. Now, I want to tell you that you're watching a show called Weller Does Delmarva. So we're on every Saturday morning, and from now until 9 o'clock, we are on Delaware 105.9, which is a local radio station, and we appreciate our radio audience. We're on TV Delmarva, which is channel 14 on your TV, or you can get it on your Amazon Fire Stick or your Roku device. Also, we are on many, 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 many Facebook pages, mainly Weller Does Delmarva. So anyway, thank you for watching this show. Now, we're going to be with you live till 10 o'clock this morning. We go off the radio at 9 o'clock, and we encourage our radio audience to follow us. So if you would, we'd appreciate it. In a little while, we're going to take some phone calls and give some things away. And I've got a special collector's edition of a Weller's flashlight. See it right there? Does that mess the camera up? I have no idea. But anyway, we're going to be giving those away, okay? They come with a little lanyard. They come with the batteries. They're brand new. They're not used. And we're going to give you a chance to get a free collector's edition Weller's flashlight. It's a Weller's It just says Weller's. It doesn't say Weller's. Oh, it says Weller's Utility Trailers. So anyway, it's a Weller's Utility Trailers flashlight, okay? So good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. We thank you for watching this show. Real quick, I want to brag on one of our sponsors, which is Wilson's Auction, which happens to be closed right now due to the restrictions. But Dave Wilson and his team are going to be back real soon having their Saturday auctions and their Tuesday night auto auctions. So if you got stuff you want to sell, stand by. Wilson's Auction is going to be back in gear just as soon as legally possible. So anyway, just keep that in mind. But Dave Wilson and his team are good people. Dave happens to also be my state senator. Not only is he that, he's my friend. He's an entrepreneur. He's been in business 40-some years in Lincoln. Wilson's Auction, wilsonsauction.com. You can like them there. If you would, like their Facebook page. Well, wilsonsauction.com is the website. So like their Facebook page and send them a word of encouragement if you would, okay? We're kind of all in this together. Dave had to lay off all of his people and close right now due to the governor's orders, but we are hoping that anytime you will be able to buy things or sell things again at Wilson's Auction on Route 113 in Lincoln City. So it's wilsonsauction.com and look them up on Facebook, like their page, and send them a word of encouragement. They do a good job. They want to open up. They want to work, and they are just as ready can be. So anyway, thank you very much for watching my show. Thank you very much for tuning in. We are always looking for guests. We are always looking for advertisers. If you don't want to advertise or be a guest, we'll take donations. You can just donate to us. No, I'm just kidding with you. But we do like to advertise. We do like to promote things. If you're watching and listening and you say, Jim, I don't know how to buy advertising or what to do to promote my business, let me help you. I mean, this is radio, TV, Facebook. Our show is recorded. And that way, it just keeps getting played again. It's on TV Delmarva more than once. So it's pretty much the only kind of advertising you're going to be able to buy where you get it live and then it's captured and you might get another 1,000 ads for the price of the one ad that you bought. So please keep that in mind. In other words, sometimes on Saturday when the show's done, we're at 1,500 or 2,000 views on Facebook alone, and then you go back a month later and it's at 4,000. So there's another 1,500, 2,000 ads that you got as an advertiser for no extra charge. So you buy one ad and you get thousands. So keep that in mind. All right, I hear the music. We're taking a break from the radio. So we're going to continue right on. Just go to Weller Does Delmarva on the Facebook and you won't miss a thing. All right. So here we go. We're going to continue talking as best we can. We're going to articulate our words as best we can. And we're going to try to make our English teacher proud. Okay. That's what we're going to do. So I think we're going to chit chat with Colin Walls here about TV Delmarva. If he is ready, I'm ready for him.
I'm ready, Jim. But first, we have to do this legal ID right here. Here we go.
Alrighty.
You're watching TV Delmarva.
Okay, here we go. We're back.
All right.
That was quick.
That was quick. It was unbelievable.
That's right. 10-second station ID is all it is. So
right.
Anyway, TV Delmarva, that is us. That's the channel we're on. And if you go to our Facebook page, or actually my Facebook page, I'm going to put it on TV Delmarva's here in a minute. You can kind of see some of the behind-the-scenes stuff that is happening here. So I took some pictures in the studios, in the control room, in the server room, and out there with you, Jim. So
I thought you were taking our temperature.
That's what it is.
I thought it was a thermometer.
Jim, we need to talk.
Okay. Well, that corona testing stuff you're supposed to do.
Right. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
So anyway, TV Delmarva, so we've got a lot of things going on here. Right after your show is going until 10 o'clock today. So we started last week. You went from 7 to 9 to now you're 7 to 10 on TV Delmarva. I hope you knew that.
I did know that.
You've got an extra hour to fill, so I hope you're prepared.
I'm semi-prepared. I've got gifts to give away.
Okay, well, that's good.
Right.
That usually gets the phone ringing and gets people moving.
It does that.
So anyway, after you, we've got a new show. It's going to be the third week for it. So it's called Studio J with Jessica Martinez. I see she's got Scott Kammerer coming on today. He's the head of Sodell Concepts. You recognize that name, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And then we also have Jennifer and Welton Evans, SWAT, an organization called SWAT.
Oh, they have They have a trailer.
twist.
They cook food.
Okay, serving with a twist is what it's called. So that's interesting. And they'll be in the first segment. The second and third segment of her show, we'll have Scott Kammerer. He's the president of Sodell Concepts and the chairman of the board of the Delaware Restaurant Association. So pretty big deal to get him on the show, I believe.
Yep, that's going to be very informative.
Yeah, I think so too.
Informative. We're going to learn some things.
And I think what we're going to learn is that the restaurants did not build their business to handle to be able to survive on 30%, I think is what we're going to learn.
Right. There's no employee out there that would want to go to work being told the most you're going to make is 30%.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Right. In other words, let me think about that. No, thanks. No, thank you for that offer.
I agree. And so there's no incentive. There's no incentive for the restaurants to even fully open.
Right.
And their overhead is extremely high.
Right. Their overhead's 100%. To be handcuffed and shackled to only be allowed to make 30% max.
Max, exactly. Yes.
Right.
That's if you can draw the people in. So
right.
We've got some work to do on this whole reopening deal, I think. So We'll see what Scott has to say. I'm sure he's going to talk about that on Jessica's show. So after Jessica Martinez's show is Michael Sprouse's show.
Yep.
He's going to have a mentalist on his show.
Okay.
Yep. So we're going to check that out. So he'll be on, I think it's Max Powers is his name, and he'll be on Michael Sprouse's show. It's called Coastal A&E with host Michael Sprouse, and that is from 11 until 1 o'clock.
Okay. Well,
so lots of exciting stuff.
Check it out.
Check it out,
all
please.
live and local, folks. It's all live and local, and it's here just for you.
And what isn't live and local
is recorded.
Is other than live and local.
That's right.
Yes.
It's recorded and not local, but it's being played locally, okay?
Yeah, we do play your show throughout the weeks, and the other shows. We do play them throughout the week, so we get lots of play time on those as well.
And we appreciate it. Thank you, Colin.
Yep.
All right, folks.
Bill's in the mail.
All right. Let's take a phone call. I don't even know if we've had a phone call yet today. I'm so out of sorts. 422-7336. Would anybody out there like to win an all-expense-paid trip to nowhere? Okay? We're going to leave at no time anytime soon, and you can win. I'm looking around my room to see what I have to give away. All right? I have something. All right, here we go. It's a plastic box that looks like a tackle box. We're going to give one of these away. Okay? We got a phone call already? All right, caller, are you there?
Hey, Jim, how are you this morning?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Are you staying dry?
I'm trying. I don't want to get my hair wet.
I hear you. Today's a good day to sell those kayaks.
Yes, and you're quite the kayaker. Is this Emory?
Yeah.
Right, because Milton has a river that runs through it, correct?
Yes.
And there is a kayak launch.
Yes.
Now, do you know, like, have you personally ever went out in a kayak?
No, I go out in my little boat.
All right, and how do you do that? You just put the boat in the water? You don't use the launch?
Yeah, I use that launch downtown or at the pond.
So you put the boat in the water and then swim out to the boat and get in it, or how does it work?
Yeah, I swim out.
Okay, and then climb in the boat.
I have to take you out in the pond sometime fishing.
All right. And is there good fishing in Milton?
Yes.
Okay. Wow, very good. So what else is going on with Emory?
Not a whole lot. Just sitting here watching it rain and watching you this morning.
All right. And have you been out? Is the rain wet today? Is it a wet rain?
It's half and half.
Half and half. Okay. All right. It's kind of like that creamer, half and half.
Yeah.
All right. Everything look okay on the show?
Yes.
Any critiques? Anything we should be doing better?
No, I enjoy watching you every week.
All right. Well, we appreciate your support, okay?
Yeah, because I enjoy, and I share it with as many people as I can.
All right. Well, we appreciate it.
Yep.
All right. Well, we're going to let you go. Is that okay?
That sounds good. And, hey, I'd like to get a couple of those flashlights.
Would you really?
Yeah, they look nice.
How many do you want to buy?
A couple.
All right. I'll set 2 aside for you at Weller's in Bridgeville. Is that okay?
That sounds good.
2 flashlights for Emory. All right. Thank you, my friend.
Okay, Jim.
Have a good weekend.
Yeah, you stay safe, you and Colin and everybody, and have a good weekend.
All right. We'll see you around.
And also, Jim, remember what this Memorial Day is all about. It's about our veterans.
I agree.
The sacrifice for us.
Yep, I agree. All right. Thank you very much, Emery. See ya.
Okay, my friend.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, so we're back on the radio. I'm being told we're on radio, TV, Facebook. We're everywhere, okay? So Emery decided he would like a couple flashlights, okay? So, and let's brag on another sponsor for just a minute. I've got quite a few sponsors, and I appreciate each and every one of them because they advertise on my show and they pay for these ads, but they also get results, and that's the name of the game, okay? I can't guarantee anybody's going to do anything, but I guarantee you we've got a sizable audience. You will get more than one ad for your money, and it's a great bang for your buck. And I want to talk about Jerry's Lawn Care, another sponsor of the show. This is Jerry Santoro, local guy. He's selling a lot of mulch, okay? $15 a yard, free local delivery. I bought 2 trailer loads so far, but if you need some mulch, he's got mulch, okay? He also does yard work, landscaping, cutting grass, weed whacking, things like that. He also does things like clearing lots, like he'll come in and cut down all the trees and dig up or grind up the stumps. He also does tree work. He even has a bucket truck too. So he digs footers and foundations. There's not much he won't do. Pavers, irrigation systems, a little bit of everything. So his estimates are free. He's licensed. He's insured. He's honest. He's fair. His name is Jerry. He goes by Jerry. His parents named him Jerry. So his name is Jerry Santoro. His phone number is 302-363-6025. Dial it in that order. It works best. 302-363-6025. Whether it's commercial, residential, you need something done around your property, he's licensed, he's insured, and his estimates are free. So just give him a call. 363-6025. On the web, it's jlc-llc.com. Now, I'm going to talk about a few more things, but in the meantime, if you are watching or listening and you want one of these are a priceless flashlight, okay? They come with a little string. They have a button, so we'll call them push start. A lot of times you've probably seen flashlights in the olden days where they had a string, like a lawnmower, like you would have to pull them to get them to work. In fact, I've literally got a box of squeeze flashlights. Okay, I thought they were an exercise tool. Squeeze flashlights. That's not what we're talking about. You don't have to pull start these. They don't have to be jump started. These are push button flashlights. Look at that. You push the button in, you push the button out. They come with the batteries. They come with the bulbs. They're brand new. And you can have one absolutely free if you call me now. The number's 422-7336. And if you would like one of these collector editions, Weller's Utility Trailers flashlights, they are for you. Now, I want to share one more thing. This one here is the right-handed version. But if I put it in my left hand, voila, it works right hand or left hand. What's that word? Ambidextrous or something like that? I can't remember. But anyway, it doesn't matter if you're a southpaw or you use your right hand. This flashlight works in either hand. And how much are they? They're free with the batteries and the lanyard. You can have one for free. Call me now. I'll put your name on the list, and you can stop into Weller's in Bridgeville and pick it up sometime, okay? It's a ploy to get you in the store so we can show you all the many different things that we sell. Hey, I got a building for rent. I've been posting it on Facebook, been talking about it a little bit. Every time this building becomes available for rent, I think the gentleman that's in there has been there 5 or 6 years now. But anyway, it's on Route 13 in Ellendale. It's right where my electronic billboard is. So it's a very, very, very visible commercial location, about 1.7 acres of land, a big building. I think it is about, how many square feet is it? About 3,000 square feet. It's got heat, it's got air, it's got 3 bathrooms in it. Does not have an apartment. Everybody seems to think it has an apartment. It has no apartment. There's one big empty room upstairs, a nice storefront downstairs. It would make a good store for whatever you want to sell. It is zone commercial. You can get a motor vehicle dealer's license there and sell vehicles. So anyway, if you have an interest in this, it's only $1,500 a month. And I would love to show it to you and talk to you about it, all right? So the best phone number for me is 542-9157. If you look up Jim Weller Rentals on Facebook, you will see it there. It's not Jim Weller Lentils. It's Jim Weller Rentals on Facebook. And you can see a picture of the building, and it is ready to be rented the 1st of June. Okay, the 1st of June, that building will be for rent. I did mention I got a couple billboards for rent. I got one on Route 13 at Bridgeville, right next to my store, and that's a big visible billboard. And then I got the electronic billboard in Ellendale, all right? Peninsula Chiropractic Center. Let's talk about chiropractic care. This is my chiropractor. Dr. T, Dr. Bud, I deal with both of them. This is a sponsor segment, and I want to say thank you to Peninsula Chiropractic Center for your support of this show, Weller Does Delmarva. Without you, it would not be possible. But if you are out there and you're listening and you've got an ache or a pain, or you've just been sitting around and maybe you've got an ache or a pain you didn't used to have, you can get chiropractic care. Good quality, knowledgeable people. One is Dr. T, Dr. Trillia, that's the owner-operator of Peninsula Chiropractic Center. And then there's Dr. Bud. They both work together. It's like a wellness center. When you call on the phone, you're going to say, wow, they're very accommodating. They try to get you in as quick as possible. They accept most insurances. They can walk you through the process. Good place to do business, okay? So they're on Route 13 in Seaford. Their phone number is, are you ready? It's 302-629-4344. 302-629-4344, PeninsulaChiroCenter.com on the web, and like them on Facebook. They're very, very active there. If you need a chiropractor, I highly recommend them. I've dealt with them for years. I got many friends that deal there. You will like dealing with them. Dr. T, Dr. Bud, 629-4344. Check them out. All right, like their Facebook page, even if you don't need chiropractic care, because they're always posting very informative information, things that will help you understand how your body works and help you minimize your aches and pains. I mentioned the flagpoles. I have been notified that our store is talking to people about flagpoles already. So if you want to get yourself a good quality flagpole, 20 foot tall, okay? A little bit taller than the average one. The average ones are about 16 feet. These are 20 foot tall. They're telescopic. It like goes click, click, click. Next thing you know, it's 20 foot tall. It holds 2 flags. It literally comes with 1 flag, has a little gold ball that goes up top. It has a socket that goes in the ground. You can slide it down in the socket or pick it up and pull it out of there when you want to cut the grass or something like that. So anyway, they're aluminum. They're not going to rust, rot, chip, or peel. Online, the same brand, the same model that we sell is $299 plus shipping. I am liquidating the ones I have. My loss is your gain. $177. Brand new in the box. Full manufacturer's warranty. They come with a flag, and they hold 2 flags. They're available at Weller's in Bridgeville, okay? So what else is going on? I was looking earlier to see who is watching us on the Facebook, but I had no luck finding the show yet. Oh, here it is right here. So I'm trying to figure out who do we have watching the show. We had mentioned that we were giving away flashlights. Emery got one. If you want a flashlight for free, feel free to give us a call. But anyway, I'm not having any luck figuring out how to get the show on today. And I don't know why, because I know it's right here for my viewing. So if you're watching the show on Facebook, we need you to do us a favor. If you would start a watch party, we would appreciate that, okay? Now, I normally do this every week, and I forgot to do it, to be quite honest with you. We give away gift cards to Vanderwende's Ice Cream. And I was just there yesterday with a van full of grandchildren. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, okay? Plus me. Anyway, if you would like some good ice cream, many different flavors, you can get a cup or a cone, you can get a pint or a quart. We're going to give you a gift card for 2 free ice cream single dips at Vanderwende's, okay? It says receive 1 free single dip with this card, okay? So every time I get a single dip, it's usually more than 1 single dip. But anyway, I'm letting you know that's what they say. You can have 2 of these cards for free. If you'd like to, you need to let me know, okay? So if you would like 2 gift cards to Vanderwende's, you just need to call me now and let me know, and I'll put your name on the list. 2 gift cards to Vanderwende's, 422-7336. If you want them, let me know, and we will set 2 gift cards aside for you. There's no purchase necessary. You pick them up at Weller's in Bridgeville, and we'll give you 2 gift cards to Vanderwende's. It's that simple. You dial the phone right now. Operators are standing by. We got a phone call already. Caller, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm just enjoying your show.
Well, good. And do you like ice cream?
Oh, I love ice cream.
And have you ever been to Vanderwende's?
No, you got to tell me where that's at.
All right. Where are you at? What town?
Seaford.
Seaford. Well, they've got one out on 404 right outside of Bridgeville. They've also got one right outside of Greenwood, and I think it opens this weekend.
Okay.
All right.
You say on 404 toward Georgetown?
No, I'm sorry. Boy, I was way off. No, 404 towards Maryland. You would go all the way through Greenwood and hit 404. There's like a chicken barbecue. Turn right, and it's right down there on the right. That's their main farm.
Okay.
All right. Or you can go to Greenwood, go all the way through Greenwood, over the railroad tracks, right outside of town on the left is the Greenwood location.
All right.
All right. So would you like 2 gift cards, or do you want to think about it?
No, I'll take 2.
All right. And what is your name?
Mr. Ed.
Mr. Ed?
Yes.
All right. And did you know they named a TV show after you?
Horse of course. Oh, Wilbur.
Yep. And have you ever watched or heard this show before?
Yes, I have.
All right. And are you watching on TV or how?
I'm driving down the road listening to my radio.
Okay. Well, thank you for your support. I'm going to send 2. I'm going to have 2 gift cards at Weller's in Bridgeville. Pick them up there, and then you can go on to Vanderwende's whenever it suits you.
You still got those flashlights?
You want one of them?
Yeah.
Ice cream. Let me make a note. And a flashlight. All right. I'm going to give you 1 flashlight and 2 ice creams. Is that okay?
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. Well, have a good weekend. What are you doing this weekend?
I'm going to go visit my grandson for my daughter to get a nap in.
Well, very good. All right. Well, have a good weekend, Mr. Ed.
All right, sir. Thank you. Have a good day.
All right. See you. Bye-bye. All right. So Mr. Ed gets 2 gift cards and 1 flashlight. All right. So that's that simple, folks. If you happen to want, I'll just give everybody 2 gift cards and 1 flashlight. How's that? If you don't want the flashlight, let me know. All right. Want to talk about another sponsor. But if you want to call, it's 422-7336. They'll put you on hold till I get done talking about George Luff, Team Luff, Luff and Associates. This is a sponsor segment. George is my accountant. I've dealt with him for many years, at least 20, 25, maybe 30 years. Anyway, we have done well together. He helps me with my personal bookkeeping and accounting and my business, my rental business. He's been very helpful. We've survived a big, long audit when we got audited by the IRS. Everything went real good, and I didn't owe any money, and it was a great experience. I'd rather not go through it again, though. But anyway, so if you need an accountant, you want somebody to help you, he can help you. He has 3 offices. He has 1 in Dover, 1 in Milford, and 1 in Rehoboth, okay? So I'm going to give you a phone number that will reach any one of the 3 offices. He also helps Wellers and will help you with your payroll. If you have a business and you're doing your own payroll, or you're paying one of them big companies to do your payroll, and you maybe want to see how much easy payroll with Luff and Associates is, you give them a call. Talk to them about payroll or accounting, whatever you may need done. You give them a call. It's Luff and Associates, 422-9699. That's 302-422-9699. 422-9699. And on the web, it's luffcpas.com. Tell them I sent you. They'll take good care of you, and you will be pleased. Now, I think we have another phone call. Caller, are you there?
Yes, Jim.
And are you calling in about ice cream?
I say so. It's good.
And what about, now, is this Snooki?
Yes, Jim.
Now, have you noticed, no matter how much Vanderwende's ice cream you eat, even if you gain weight, it still tastes good?
I agree with you.
Okay. Now, I'm not saying you will gain weight. You might lose weight by eating ice cream.
Oh, in that case, I better get a mess of it then.
Right.
I need to lose some weight.
So, how you been, Snooky?
Not too bad. You remember Wes on there talking to you. I said, well, I better get on there with you.
Yeah.
Wes, he's going to get everything.
Oh, yeah. He wants it all, doesn't he?
Yeah, he wants left and right.
Now, what's traffic like in front of your place?
There ain't none in some of my place.
Okay. I meant on the highway. What's the highway like?
Not too bad.
Not too bad?
He'll pick up about noontime. They'll be picking up. Everybody will be coming down.
All right. What are you doing for the weekend?
Working, man.
Working?
Yeah, and I might ride over to get some ice cream, too. I'd like to go over there.
Yep. I
Take
think
Pat for a ride.
And you been to Vanderwende's before?
Oh, yeah, over on 404.
Yep, I went yesterday. Now, Greenwood's going to open any day, I think. Greenwood might be. So.
Yeah, that'd be closer for me.
Now, when you get over there, you can, what was I getting ready to say? When you get over there, there's also a barbecue chicken outside of Greenwood if you want some chicken.
Oh, yeah, it's good, too.
Yeah.
I get that when I go that way.
Yep, so you can get some chicken, you can get some ice cream, and you can get a pizza on your way home at Tamborelli's if you want.
I don't think I need that pizza.
Okay.
On you.
All right, so we're going to put Snooky down for a flashlight and 2 gift cards. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, and how's Pat doing?
That's fine.
You treating her okay?
You know, I'd say so.
All right.
Better than ever.
Better than ever?
Taking all. Yep.
All right, well, she's a good girl. She's done good. You married up there, didn't you?
Yep. That's been good to put up with her, that's all.
Yep. How long you guys been married?
52 years, I think.
Really?
Yep.
Did you know her in school, or did you meet her in school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I met her on the corner.
Really?
By herself. And I got adopted this lady.
Now, were you real shy in school?
No.
No?
No.
All right. So you guys went to school together, and you probably went to school with Emery, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I raised that boy.
Oh, really?
He helped me on the race car with the kids.
All right. So you used to have a stock car a long time ago.
Yeah.
Little Lincoln.
Great, matter of fact.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, anything else you want to talk about?
That'd be about it. Unless you can get Dave done for governor.
Dave Wilson for governor. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
All right. And then I could run for senator.
You're right.
There we go.
I don't know you got time for it. No.
Not yet, anyway. So we'll see.
You get a good man to go to work for you. A good man.
Yeah.
You can do it.
I just want Dave to be able to open his business.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I got some stuff to sell.
Yep. All right. Well, I'm going to leave you, so have a good weekend, okay?
You too, Jim.
All right. See you, Snooky. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. I saw Jack Ennis called me on my cell phone. Jack, if you can call 422-7336. 422-7336. Now, Josh McNeil's Paving. I've been promoting him for quite a while. This is a sponsor segment. Oh, we have a phone call. Caller, are you there?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Is this Jack?
Can I speak with Jim Weller?
He's here. What are you doing?
He's here.
How you doing?
Checking jobs right now, trying to find a job dry enough I can go to work on.
Oh, really? So you're looking
Really?
for somewhere that's open?
Yeah, sort of. But not. I know what the grass is. I got to wait a little while. I got some grass to cut and some landscaping to do.
Well, good. How you been other than that?
Other than that, I'm just like a fresh chicken.
Fresh chicken.
Just out there flopping and getting it done.
Now, if I set 2 gift cards aside at Weller's, will you stop in there and pick them up?
If you put a flashlight with it.
All right. So I'm going to set a flashlight and 2 gift cards at Weller's in Bridgeville, okay?
I'll be there just about 11 tomorrow.
11 tomorrow. Okay. Well, then wait till Tuesday. We're not open tomorrow or Monday.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with all that? What are you going to do with all that time off?
I'm going to do paperwork and relax.
Wow.
Yep. We started closing on Mondays. It's worked out real good.
You got to give a team a break once in a while.
Well, in this way, when we're open, every day that I'm open now, I've got every employee. When I was open 6 days a week, there was always somebody off one day. So it's really been a much better level of customer service.
Speaking of employees, you know where I can find a good one?
Lots of luck with that. Hopefully somewhere, but they're hard to find.
Yeah.
You'll only have to go through 40 to get one, so it's not too bad.
Well, I think I've been through 60, and I haven't got a half of one yet.
All right. Well, I'm going to leave you. Is that okay?
Yes. Church tomorrow, do you know?
No. Online. 10 o'clock. But not in person.
They still have it in Georgetown.
I'm not even sure of that.
Yeah, they are. They had it last Sunday.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. They ain't missed a Sunday.
They ain't missed a Sunday. Well, go to that drive-in church, and then you can watch United online.
There you go.
Okay?
It's called a double dose.
Double dose. All right, I'm going to leave you, Jack.
All right, have a good day, Jim. Thank you.
See you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, that's a local businessman, Jack Ennis, good guy, hard worker, gets things done. So let me real quick talk about a sponsor segment, which is Josh McNeil, McNeil's Paving, okay? Because we've been promoting a special that he has, and it's been going really good. Advertising is not supposed to always absolutely every time work, but Josh is getting results every time I run this ad. So what I'm letting you know is if you need some paving done, maybe you've got a dirt driveway or a stone driveway or a blacktop driveway that needs resurfacing, McNeil's Paving is ready for you. Get on their schedule, okay? They also do seal coating where they fill in all the cracks of your blacktop driveway and then put a nice new coating on it. Either one. So if you want to get a new coating on your existing driveway, he's knocking 10% off all work. Just get scheduled now. Take advantage of the 10% savings and 20% off on blacktop work. The phone number is 302-945-7031. That's not right. 945-7131. McNeil's Paving. Tell him I sent you. Ask for the discounts. He'll take good care of you. We're taking a break from the radio. I hear the music. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Switch over to Weller Does Delmarva on the Facebook. All right, everybody, we don't stop talking. We're not allowed to. We have to talk for 3 hours straight. It is a requirement of our microphone sponsor. We got a phone call. That's what Colin keeps meaning when he holds his fingers up. Caller, are you there?
Hey, Jim, you'll talk to anybody, won't you?
I'm going to try. Who am I talking to?
Yeah, but I mean, you just had Jack Ennis on there. I said you'll talk to anybody.
Oh, I know. But Jack likes to talk. I don't know if you know him that well, but he's been known to talk a lot longer than that. But he's a good guy.
Oh, I know. I know him pretty well. I used to live in White House Beach when he was in there, and yeah, I know him pretty well.
He's a handful, isn't he?
Oh my gosh. We used to have good times out in the garage.
Yeah, he's a good all-around guy. Him and Candy, they do a good job. Is this Jim?
Yeah, it is. How'd you know?
Oh, I'm just guessing. When you said White House Beach.
Oh, okay.
I just know I recognized your voice. How are you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing wonderful, man.
I miss seeing you on Sundays.
I know. And I miss seeing everybody, too, but I think they've done a wonderful job with the online church.
They have. Now, if I set a couple gift cards aside, would you pick them up?
Man, I hardly ever get up to Bridgeville, but thank you anyway.
All right. Well, how many gift cards would it take for you to come to Bridgeville?
Oh, man.
A lot of them. How about if I left a $50 bill with them?
I don't get up that way, Jim.
All right. Well, that's good enough. I'm gonna back off then at that point. But so what are you doing for the weekend?
Church, you can bring them to church.
I can bring them to church. That's right. All right. Well, we'll have to wait till we have church. Okay.
There you go. Yeah, this weekend we're just chilling out, taking it easy. I still don't even have the boat ready to go, so I'm just been working on some screening my gazebo, putting new screens in and stuff like that.
All right.
So, just taking it easy. I think my daughter's going to stop by for the weekend. It's his birthday this week. He turns the big 40.
Big 40.
So,
all right.
So, All right.
right.
Just wanted to say hi. I heard Jack on there. I was like, man, let me harass Jack a little bit.
Okay. Well, have a good weekend, okay?
You too. You and Denise have a great weekend.
Yep. I'll see you both soon, I hope, okay?
Yep. Take care.
Bye-bye. Bye. All right. That was Jim from United Church. That's how I know him. All right. So anyway, I'm going to talk to Colin Walls Service Center and TV Delmarva. Colin, are you back there?
I'm here, Jim. I'm patiently waiting back here.
All right.
So callers come first.
All right. What did you want to talk about?
We're going to talk about TV Delmarva. You ever heard of that?
I have. I hear about it every week.
You do. You're sick of hearing about it.
No, you're doing a great job. I appreciate you doing it.
Well, we're having a lot of fun. So if you go to my Facebook page, Colin Walls Senior on Facebook, look at that, and I've got some pictures of behind the scenes here. That's just a small sample of what goes into making live shows here. So there's lots and lots.
You didn't take pictures of the mice, did you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay, I'm just checking.
We put them outside.
Okay, good enough.
That's
then.
the first step.
Put them
on
outside.
a Saturday morning is to get them out. So, but no, we do get here early. We get here early. We set up. There's a little bit of setup, with the COVID situation where we've got to separate everybody. So we do have to set our cameras up differently, and so to keep everybody separated. So we've got to get in here early, set that up. The guys come in and they do a good job, and they really just come in and get right to work, and I like that.
Right.
So that's Colin and Jonathan and Lou and everybody else here. So we're really excited to be on the air and over the air.
I'm excited for you. I remember you talked about this for months and months and almost a year. In other words, and here it is. You've got your own TV station.
That's
Proud
right.
of you.
Yeah, Channel 14.
Yep, Channel 14.
Channel 14 over the air. So point your antenna towards Seaford. If you have an antenna, point it towards Seaford. Rescan your TV.
Right.
And then look for Channel 14. That's going to be us.
It's that simple.
If you don't have an antenna, Roku, you have a Roku player and internet, search for TV Delmarva on Roku. Or if you have an Amazon Fire Stick, search for it there. Or if you just want to go to tvdelmarva.com, you can do that on your phone, your tablet, your computer. Some TVs even have browsers built into them. You can go to tvdelmarva.com.
Really?
We're streaming there. So lots of ways to get us, so there's no excuse.
And there's no charge to watch, correct?
No charge to watch. We're not going to pay your electric bill. We're not going to buy you a TV. We might give away a Roku.
Okay.
I've got a couple of those laying around here I bought as a promotional.
The broken ones or the new ones?
What's that?
Are these the broken ones or the new ones?
These are the new ones.
Oh, okay.
They're still in the box, so I assume they're not broken, but you never know.
They're brand new. They need breaking in.
That's right. They need breaking in.
Okay.
So anyway, that's kind of, and our live shows are live on Facebook as well. We stream those on Facebook.
Okay. So you're everywhere.
We're trying to be everywhere, Jim.
All right. Well, all you need now is for people to buy advertising so we can keep going.
Yeah, we are. We're putting a good product out, so definitely buy advertising. And, our advertisers are getting results. I mean, you've had calls during the week.
Yep.
I mean, we're talking about in the middle of the day you've had calls, so people are watching in the middle of the day.
Yep, I agree
Kevin
with that.
Short has had calls, so we are getting results.
Yep, well, good. All you need is people to purchase some advertising.
That's right. All right, Jim, thank you.
All right, see you, Colin. So please support your local TV station. He is trying hard to get this thing up and running, and it's doing a good job. I hear the radio station is coming back on, so we're going to be live on the radio, TV, Facebook, YouTube. We are everywhere. So, folks, we're back with you at Delaware 105.9. This is the last half hour of our radio part. So at 9 o'clock, we need all of my radio audience to follow me over to TV Delmarva Channel 14, or you can look up Weller Does Delmarva on the Facebook starting at 9 o'clock. But right now, we are live until 9 o'clock on the radio, TV, Facebook, everywhere. We got tons of people watching. What's so amazing about this show is, it's captured, meaning it's recorded. So we keep playing the show on TV, we keep playing the show on Facebook and on YouTube, and we can go from having a couple thousand views by the end of the show on a Saturday to having 3,000 or 4,000 views a week later. It's amazing. It's just amazing. So we appreciate all of the people that join us, that make the trip here to be on. We appreciate our sponsors and our advertisers, and we appreciate our audience. Now, we are going to be making our way back to Rudy's Diner, Rudy's Restaurant in Harrington in the very near future, but they are reopening for dine-in starting at 8 a.m. June 1st. Rudy's Restaurant in Harrington. They're doing takeout and curbside right now, but starting June 1st at 8 a.m., they are reopening for dine-in. So stay tuned for when we're going to be back there. Want to brag on another good sponsor of the show, L&W Insurance Agency. I've had a few insurance claims recently, so this is a sponsor segment. They sell me all my insurance, personal, business, residential, liability insurance, billboard insurance, media coverage, life insurance, health insurance, everything, okay? But I had 2 separate buildings where the wind blew and bent the garage door in, okay? So 2 garage doors, and then I got a house where it blew half the roof shingles off. So I just called L&W. They're like, don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. You don't have to do a thing. That's what I like. So if you want insurance, you need insurance, they will help you out. But what they will do for you is get involved when you have a claim so you don't get frustrated with the insurance company, okay? So whether it's personal or residential, all types of insurances. If you got insurance and you want a second opinion, second opinions are free. Let them review what you have. Make sure you're not overinsured or worse, underinsured. So it's L&W Insurance Agency. Phone number, everybody ready? Dial it in this order. It's 302-856-7828. 302-856-7828. LWinsurance.com on the web. And they are very, 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 very active on the Facebook. I do want to remind everybody, to the best of my knowledge, this Air Force salute, this flyover that's going to happen in Sussex County, Delaware, is going to happen today starting at 11 o'clock, weather permitting, okay? So I want you to look it up. Where is it at on the Facebook, Tracy? You told me a little while ago what it was called. You can look up Linda Price for one thing, but it's Sussex County Aviation. Look that up on Facebook because it has the route that they're going to fly. It's a bunch of local people that own planes, some old planes. One of them, I think, is like a, what's it called? A bomber. In other words, a B-25 Mitchell bomber. Okay, so there's lots of different planes that are going to be taken off from Georgetown, and I believe the route's got them going from Georgetown. Where are they going? They're going to Greenwood, then down from Greenwood to Laurel, over to Millsboro, down to Selbyville, up through Ocean View, and then across back to Georgetown. And there's going to be 2 or 3 groups of planes that take off. So look that up and learn more about it. So that way you can stand outside and watch and wave to them and so on and so forth. But that's going to be taking off numerous times. You know, in other words, some planes take off, then some more planes take off. And that starts at about 11 o'clock-ish today at the Georgetown, what's it called? The Delaware Coast Airport. So anyway, that's that. I've got my next guest all ready to go. I appreciate him coming in today, making the long drive all the way to Lincoln out in the middle of nowhere. It is State Representative Rich Collins. Rich, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Jim. Happy to be here.
Good. Have you ever been in this neck of the woods?
Well, I've been in this neck of the woods, but I don't think I've ever been in this building.
Okay. Well, it used to be a radio station. A long time ago, it was a pea washing station, and this was a migrant camp. In other words, they stayed in this building. And then some people bought it, and it became the first licensed Christian radio station in Delaware. It was 101.3 WXBZ.
Yeah, I remember that one. Uh-huh.
Well, this is where it started. And then they sold that to Delmarva Broadcasting, which turned it into Cool 101.3. And then most recently, in the past few years, 88.7 The Bridge started in this building. Fantastic. So it's really neat. It's got a lot of history to it. I have offices here, and Colin has some studios back in the back, and it's kind of neat. So
fantastic.
Welcome to the Weller complex.
Well, I'm happy to be here. I know nobody's going to find us here.
No. And we're all distancing. It's kind of amazing how we laid all this out. So how are you navigating these times? You're a state rep. You're a local man. How are you doing?
Jim, I like being honest with people. Not real good. I mean, this is a terrible time.
It really is
a terrible time in our country, and it's not because of the disease. Because of the reaction to the disease.
Right.
We have over 330 million people in the country. over 329 million of them do not have the virus.
Right.
And yet we're being treated. Last night, my understanding is the state police had a traffic blockade on Route 1, stopping every car. I was told by some who got caught in it that the backup was miles long. Just simply Americans trying to drive to another part of America.
Right.
Causes the police to get out and stop them. This is not America.
Right. It's odd.
It is so unconstitutional. Right now, I'm working with an attorney, although I don't want to take any credit. It has nothing to do with me. But a gentleman named Tom Newberger, fantastic attorney, has filed a religious liberty case in federal courts. I noticed several of your callers were asking about church.
Right.
And it is still, folks, no more than 30% of the building can be occupied. So
And
for most churches,
65.
that makes it impossible.
And am I hearing that right, that nobody over 65 can go to church?
That is correct. They have said you can't do baptisms, you can't do your communion by passing the bread the way most churches do. They've actually, I read the whole case last night. They've set up all kinds of rules for religion, which is strictly prohibited by the Constitution.
Yeah.
And I will be stunned if that case is not successful. I think,
and all that's also going to hurt Delaware.
My goodness, Delaware! I don't know how so many of our people are going to be going out of business. Our children. I just saw a headline here on Fox News right before we came on. Something like 79 or 80 million children have not gotten routine vaccines. Our hospitals in Delaware are losing $170 million per month.
Right.
The hospitals are empty, folks. We only have about 220 patients, virus patients, in the whole state.
Right. They were never overrun.
Right, and they can have that many patients in one hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's very sad. So, are you receiving a lot of phone calls from your constituents?
Quite a few, and emails. I think of the.
But you're very connected to your community anyway. You're out and about, and.
Well, I'm actually on my way at noon. There's going to be a rally, a religious freedom rally at noon at Legislative Hall.
Okay.
Which is illegal to go to.
Right.
But I'm going to go. I'm telling you, I've tried to play by the rules. When it first started, I said, okay, there must be something I don't understand here. Mm-hmm. But, Jim, after I started looking at the numbers very, very hard, I began to realize this is not what they told us. Now that it's obvious it's not, they're not backing off. And when I say they, I'm really just talking about one person. It's our governor. People probably really don't understand this. Folks, your elected officials are doing nothing. We've been locked out. When I go up to Dover today, the Legislative Hall will almost surely be locked. I want to have a meeting with the gentleman who's going to be running for governor, and I think we're going to have to sit in a car to do it.
Really?
All of your Delaware senators, their key card that lets them get into the state buildings have been disabled.
So it's not like our elected officials are playing any role in these decisions.
No, if you are frustrated with your senator or your representative, you should understand they are being treated exactly the same as you are. They're being treated exactly as your 5-year-old grandson is being treated, like children that can't make any decisions for themselves. Every decision is being made by our governor with a handful of appointees that tell him what to do.
And they're probably all in Newcastle County.
Well, I don't know about that, but I do know that all of this is being done under what are called emergency orders. Now, where the General Assembly screwed up, a big, huge one, was years ago, and thankfully, I'm happy to say before I was elected, they gave the governor massive emergency powers. And by the way, he defines what an emergency is, and he can keep things in an emergency as long as he's in office, if he wants to.
Really?
However, it does not allow him to violate the Constitution.
Okay.
So when you're talking about freedom of religion, equal treatment under the law, which is the 14th Amendment, just about the entire Bill of Rights is being violated. Freedom of assembly,
right?
Even freedom of speech. If you close a church, you've taken away the pastor's freedom to speak. So it's just really a tragedy, and I think we all need to wake up and understand. I know one of the shocking things to me, and you asked how I am, and frankly, I'm a little depressed about the whole thing because I knew government is a dangerous thing, right? I'm a huge government skeptic. But in my worst nightmare, I never thought we could go from having freedom and normalcy and a good economy to having no freedom and a horrible economy and being told by one person who is acting like he has the powers of a dictator how I have to live my life. Right. And most particularly when those things are based on a lie. This virus is far less dangerous than the flu. Now, I've got a website, Jim. It's reprichcollins.com. And on that website, if you click a blue button, it says Coronavirus, Truth and Lies. It's an article written by a group of doctors who have experience in this field. If you click on that blue button, this article will come up. Folks, if you want to understand why it is that you are not remotely in the danger that you are told, I beg of you to read that article. Here's the other thing about masks. If this disease right now requires us to wear a mask everywhere we go, then there will never be a time for the rest of our lives we won't have to wear masks.
Right.
Because flu, the typical flu, is much more contagious. It's turned out right now in the tests that Delaware is doing, they're only finding about 1 out of 10 persons when they test them. And they're testing people for the most part, not altogether, but mostly people who they suspect have it. Mm-hmm. Only about 1 out of 10 do.
Of the people they suspect.
Right. I mean, shoot, in regular flu, it can easily be 40 to 50%.
Wow.
It's just not nearly. The CDC, Center for Disease Control, they estimate every year that 40 to 60 million Americans get the flu. And this concept that older people with pre-existing conditions are totally vulnerable, there's probably a little bit to that. But folks, as an older person myself with a pre-existing condition, mm-hmm. That's how we all die. At some point, we get old, we have things wrong with us, and then you get the flu or even the common cold or a respiratory disorder, and that is how our life ends. That's a normal process. The other thing is the death count, the body count. And frankly, I hold every news organization in the country at fault. I don't care who it is. They want to tell us how many more cases they were. They never mention how many have been cured. Like right now, of all the folks that have gotten this in Delaware, about half have recovered. Mm-hmm. And since something like 98 to 99% recover every single day now, we have just about as many recovered as have an active case.
Right.
That will cross over very shortly, and every day there will be fewer active cases in Delaware. But the news media is giving almost no indication of that. If you don't know what to look for, the average person probably has no idea that this disease is really starting to die out and will almost surely disappear in the summertime. In hot weather, viruses don't do well. The sun hurts them. Being outdoors is the best possible thing. These beach restrictions, like in New York, they're still not allowing anyone to go into the water. That is literally insane. If you wanted to get rid of the virus, get people to the beach, get the bathing suit on so you absorb a lot of the vitamin D and the ultraviolet light, and this virus would go away very quickly.
Wow.
But we have our decisions being made by a group of politicians that either have no idea what they're doing or, God forbid, and do I hate having to even think this, is it possible, Jim, that they are destroying the economy and our life just so they can hopefully not reelect Trump? I'm asking. I'm not quite ready to make the accusation, but I'm asking every day now.
Because there's nothing logical that would say, why would somebody hold his own state at such hostage from prosperity?
And why would you, for example, allow hundreds of people to go into a Walmart, for example, and not allow only 10 people to go in a church? That's what it was until just like last week, I think.
Right.
10 people in a church, hundreds in a Walmart.
My theory on that is I don't think our state is strong enough to bully Walmart or Lowe's. I don't think they have the financial...
But it's not just Walmart. And I'll tell you who's going to come out of this doing the best. and that's Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
So step back just a moment. Who is going to come out of this smelling like a rose? Amazon will be all powerful. Your very large box stores, I don't care who they are. Lowe's is packed. I'm sure Home Depot is. McDonald's is the one restaurant that's got the lines wrapped around the building every single day. So all your big national and international business look like, to me, they're doing pretty good. And your Delaware business people are being crushed.
Yep, they are.
So why is it a little dress store like the one that my daughter works in, little clothing shop? They're not allowed to let. Well, until recently, I think they're doing some by appointment now. I'm not even positive that's legal.
Right.
Where you can go into Walmart, buy clothes, buy furniture, buy grocery, buy anything you want in the Walmart. And again, I'm not trying to demonize Walmart. I will say this. I don't believe it has anything to do with Walmart at all. I think it is about politicians. I'll say this. In the beginning, I think everybody was afraid. This Dr. Fauci.
Yeah.
Frankly, was going to turn out to be the most damaging human being of the 21st century for now. And even he is finally starting to say, wait a minute, these lockdowns that go on forever are terrible. And part of the reason is a couple of U.S. senators called him out formally. Right. And now he's starting to backpedal. He's going to go down as the genuine demon of this, whether he meant to or not. I don't think he's doing it on purpose, but he has said things that has led even our president. You know, the public sentiment was so strong that our president could not withstand it. He tried. He told us in the beginning, folks, this is going to be pretty much like the flu.
Right.
But everybody in the country screamed at him, no, you're terrible. You're totally irresponsible. You have to shut us down.
Right.
So, folks out there, if you're in this audience, I'm telling you play a big role in this. If you're still going around fearful, and if you haven't checked the facts out, if you're just accepting everything you're being spoon-fed by the news, by the internet, by the extremists that want to destroy Delaware's economy and our hospital system, I can tell you right now, the Hospital Association is saying flat out, we may lose some of our hospitals. And just to clear that up, why that is, they've had to do away with the elective procedures. They kept as many people out of the hospitals for other things as they could. So people, by the way, are dropping like flies of heart attacks, and they're getting cancer and having problems with diabetes because they're not seeking. They were so afraid they would not go to the emergency room when they got the chest pain. And folks, we need courage. This is America.
Right. This is America. And God is still on the throne.
Hey, absolutely.
That's the way I look at it.
That is a great
God's
statement.
ability to bless us is not diminished by the news or anybody. Rich, I do got to wind up with you. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I
enjoyed. Thank you for having me in.
Well, I appreciate it. It was a little spur of the moment, but I'm glad you made it. You know.
All right, happy to do it anytime.
Okay.
Let me know.
All right, and have a good Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, well, someday maybe you'll get your Weller's location opened up normally again. We can all go up there and buy a trailer, right?
Yeah, there you go. So I'll be honest with you. Weller's has been muckling along okay.
Has it? Good.
It has.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Somebody's figured it out.
Yeah. All right, Rich, thank you.
See you later then.
Take care of yourself.
Okay.
All right, that was Rich Collins, wealth of information. And if you would share this show, folks, start a watch party. And after the show's after the show's off, share it with your friends if you would. Listen, we got a whole nother hour coming up. So we are going to end on the radio at 9 o'clock. And I want to ask my radio audience to follow me. So just go to Channel 14 on TV Delmarva, or just look up Weller Does Delmarva on the Facebook, because we've got a whole nother hour. It's the bonus hour of Weller Does Delmarva. I do want to thank one more sponsor. It's my friend Kevin Short, Mid-South Audio. Actually, I think Kevin's going to be joining me on the show next Saturday. We're going to be asking him a lot of questions. But anyway, Mid-South Audio, if your church or your organization or your business needs any audio, lighting, video stuff, needs any advice, input, or help, Mid-South Audio, Team Mid-South Audio is on the scene and can help you out, okay? It is midsouthaudioCom, phone number 856-6993, 856-6993, and a big announcement in reference to Kevin Short. Kevin Short on Tuesday celebrates another birthday. So Kevin, happy birthday, my friend. Might be able to take you out to lunch. Maybe we'll go out for crab cakes. It's hard to say. I don't know if we'll be allowed to. Maybe you can sit in your vehicle and eat a crab cake, and I can sit in my vehicle and eat a crab cake. It's hard to say. So Kevin's birthday is on Tuesday. But Mid-South Audio, thanks for all your support of my show and your friendship. Folks, we are in the last few minutes. Dan is back at the studio today working the controls, and I appreciate his help with that. And we've took some phone calls. We're going to take some more in the next hour. But at 9 o'clock, we do end on the radio. I want to tell you that Weller's Utility Trailers is open, and we'll take good care of you there. And we have a lot of things going on at Weller's in Bridgeville, and we have really had good supportive customers, so we thank them for all of their support. We appreciate it very much. And, as you hear about this virus and what's going on and what we're being asked to do, I wouldn't want to be in the governor's shoes at all. In other words, my goodness, it's easy for me to sit here and say what he should have, ought to, could have done. But we do need to let our people free, folks. We need to let our people free. We are good, smart people that can figure out things and operate a business. And, it's amazing that we're being asked to have all of this debt, all of this responsibility, and the maximum amount of return on your investment you could have would be 30%. Who would do that? Why would you even open if the most you can maybe accomplish is a 30% goal? But anyway, be in prayer for our governor. Be praying for everybody. Sussex County, Delaware, we need to survive. The whole state of Delaware needs to survive. So I just want to let you know that. When all else fails, let's all just go get ice cream at Vanderwende. You know what I mean? That's why I give those away. I also give them away to get you to come into my store. That's the goal. People say, well, can I just get them from you? I want you to go to Weller's in Bridgeville. That's the goal. I buy these things. I give them away to get you to come into my store and browse around. So if you are some of the winners, I need you to browse around while you're there and just see what Weller's sells. If you don't need anything, then at least tell people about what we sell. But that is the reason that we don't mail you the cards. That is the reason we don't just give them to you. That is the reason we don't deliver them. That is the reason we don't meet you at Vanderwende's. I have so many people say, will you just meet me at Vanderwende's? Or better yet, will you just drop my gift card off at Vanderwende's so when I get there, it's waiting for me at Vanderwende's? The reason is it's a ploy. I'm trying to get you to come into Weller's Utility Trailers in Bridgeville. All right? And it's Wellers.com. Don't forget, we got them flagpoles on sale. $177. The same flagpole online is $299 plus shipping. Okay, so we got no shipping. Just come into Weller's. If you're from out of state, you're going to save 6% sales tax, and then you immediately have to quarantine in the parking lot for 14 days. So anyway, I just want to let you know that it's Wellers.com, 337-8228 at the store, and we are looking for some new employees. Oh, I hear the music. The radio is ending. So that's the signal, folks. We are done on 105.9 for today. Follow us to Weller Does Delmarva on the Facebook. Happy Memorial Day. God bless you all. And we will be back next Saturday morning. We'll see you. All right, now we continue on. We are live on TV Delmarva, Facebook, and so on and so forth. I think we take a break in just a moment or so, a TV station break. I think these guys will let me know what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know if I'm the one who flips the switch for the break or what. Put your hands lower. Come down. Okay. What's that mean? Something.
30 seconds.
So many seconds. Okay. So we're going to take a break from TV, and then we'll be back. So tell your friends about us. If you're on Facebook, start a watch party, and we'll go from there. It's Weller Does Delmarva. This is the bonus hour. I wasn't supposed to stop talking. 10 seconds. I got you. You're too tall for the camera back there. All right. We'll be right back, everybody.
You're watching TV Delmarva.
about health insurance, you don't think about how much you need it until you need it. He's not going to be okay. That's why I love Health Markets, your insurance marketplace. They guarantee you won't find a lower price anywhere for the plans they offer. They search thousands of plans from over 200 leading companies, both on the exchange and off, to find the plan that saves you money. You may even qualify for free health insurance with no monthly premiums. One call to Health Markets and they do it all. Evaluate your needs, offer objective solutions, and even handle the enrollment process for you. You can enroll today, but you must act now. Having helped enroll people in millions of policies with an A+ customer satisfaction rating, you can trust Health Markets. They even have new alternative options most don't even know about that can save you thousands.
Health Markets.
Call 844-559-8579. That's 844-559-8579.
When the humidity increases in your crawl space, it makes the perfect environment for mold and mildew to grow. This can lead to nasty odors, structural damage, and even contribute to illness in your family. A crawl space encapsulation by Dry Zone is the best solution, putting you in control of the air you breathe, protecting your home and family for years to come. Your home is valuable, and so are you. Reach out to Dry Zone for your free inspection.
Your choice for maintenance and repair parts should be AC Delco. Named the aftermarket brand professionals trust most. Because AC Delco true General Motors original equipment parts are the same maintenance and repair parts installed during production of a GM vehicle. Our innovations are born from heritage. And today, AC Delco parts appear in more than 2 million GM vehicles produced each year. But we offer more than just our GM DNA. We stand proudly on depth, reputation, confidence, reach, and support. The full AC Delco roster of more than 90,000 parts includes GMOE, Professional, Advantage, and other parts across nearly 40 product lines. Available online and at more than 27,000 U.S. locations. We back what we put on the road with our limited parts warranties, and we back our partners with technician training, marketing support, and e-commerce solutions. So when it comes to GM, it should be AC Delco, the true GM original equipment parts brand that's more than the sum of its parts. Join us in working to invent a new century of automotive advancement. AC Delco. Be certain.
Wall Service Center in downtown Milford is your local AC Delco professional service center. Stop in or give us a call, 422-8110.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 888-983-6761. 888-983-6761. 888-983-6761. 888-983-6761.
Imagine if instead of worrying about your pets getting in trouble around your home, you spent the day worry-free. Invisible Fence Brand now offers solutions to help your pets avoid their bad habits and stay out of unsafe areas. With professional setup and training, boundaries can be customized around your home to stop pets from the behaviors that stress you out the most. Guaranteed. Call or go online today.
Don't waste time on home remedies that don't work. Learn how our affordable solutions stop bad pet behavior, guaranteed.
Good morning, everybody. Jim Weller here, and you are watching a show called Weller Does Delmarva. So we are live on the radio. I hear the music now. I got the cue. Here we go, everybody. Jim Weller here. Howdy, 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 howdy. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey there, everybody. Jim Weller here, and we are live. You're watching a live weekly show called Weller Does Delmarva. This is called our bonus hour. We normally are on from 7 to 9. We're now on till 10 o'clock. This is a bonus hour. It's like a free-for-all, okay? And if you ever want to be on this show, we're going to give you a chance to call in a little while and get a 5-minute interview for free. And as you watch these interviews, if you want to buy one, I'll sell you 5 minutes for $50, okay? So as you watch me interview these different people, these are called 5-minute interviews. So if you see it and you got a business and you'd like to join me, you can buy a 5-minute interview for $50 on Weller Does Delmarva between 9 and 10. This is a limited offer, okay? I don't know exactly how long we're going to be doing the third hour. It could stop at any time. So if you want to take advantage of that, you want some very affordable advertising, $50 for 5 minutes hanging out with me on my show. Then it's captured and it's on TV. It's on Facebook. It'll be on YouTube starting Monday or Tuesday. And you then can share it on your Facebook page. It's a lot of opportunity to advertise. My next guest or victim is a friend of mine. His name is Greg Ryan. And Greg makes promotional products, plus many other things. He drives a bus. He's involved with a fire company. He's a husband. He's a father. I presume he's a grandparent there somewhere.
No, actually,
no grandchildren.
No
all right?
grandchildren. Actually,
stand
I canceled
by.
Wedding though.
Huh?
I canceled wedding. My son was supposed to get married in June.
That's right.
It's been postponed.
Because of the nowhere
of the
to do
virus,
it.
Yeah.
Wow. Now that's a really cool little face mask you got there.
That is a face covering. It's a face on a face, as I call it, and that's why.
Did you make that?
I made this up yesterday. I just took a picture with my cell phone and put it on. So as you can see, it is the same face you see here.
Wow.
Yeah, and I even have one for you, Jim.
Really?
With your logo for the trailers.
Jim. Very cool.
There you go.
So you're making and selling these.
I make those and sell them. They are gifts. They are products of need at this point with the face coverings. I have what they call a gator, which is, this one's a blank one.
Okay.
And you can see that it's pretty good size. You put it down around your neck. You can pull it up over your face. You can pull it up over your head.
Okay.
You can have it printed both sides. You can have it printed as a logo for your business. You can have it printed as a design of any kind you want. You can have it printed with something you've got at home. Let's say a drawing of your grandchildren's
or a
crayon
picture
drawing.
of a product.
And a product, yeah. We can print anything on there.
Just think about it. Let's say you had a car for sale or a boat for sale.
There you go. You can put the picture
on
there.
You know what, Greg? This mask thing is an unbelievable advertising opportunity for people.
There you go. Well, I actually made up, they were only single ply, so they're not actually masks. They're face coverings.
Okay.
In that case, I made up one. We put a little tab on the bottom of it. It's a piece of pizza.
I saw that.
You saw that, yeah?
Yes.
And I brought it over as a joke to the pizzeria because he had seen it on Facebook. And he was laughing when I was in picking up a pizza. So I made one up as a joke when I got them. He ended up buying 9 of them for the entire staff.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, with you, somebody can buy 1, 2, 3, 4.
I can do 1 to hundreds.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this could be a keepsake. It could be, you could make one of these, like anybody that's having a baby during this time, a face mask.
Mm-hmm.
It would be cool to have a face mask made with a picture of their baby on it.
There you go.
And
well, the other thing is you can do a mug with graduation. And
That's right. Honor your
say
grad.
on there, I am graduating having studied history, having been a part of history.
That's right.
Because this is historic in this country. Which
It really
going on
is.
now.
It really is.
And you could put that on all sorts of products. I got a 14-ounce travel mug.
Okay.
Nice little lid that can open and close.
All right.
You can put it on a coffee mug, advertising of any kind.
Okay.
Pictures, I can use photographs, I can use crayon drawings. I have 20 ounces that are in silver or white.
Okay.
The silver, in the background gives you the white. So anything white is going to show up silver in this case.
Okay.
But I do have them in both colors. And the biggie, which is somewhat expensive, is a 30-ounce Yeti-style tumbler.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And these are expensive, $35 each. But you can add anything almost all the way around.
Okay.
So these are items that...
You make them right there locally?
I can make them in a matter of minutes.
Okay.
If, what do you call it? if you have a picture, you get it, send it to me. You come over 20 minutes later, I can have it on the product.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It only takes, once I get it in the computer, I can change the DPI on it, the dots per inch.
Right.
Set it up to the right size, print it out, and put it on there. It takes anywhere for instance, if I do 6 of these at once,
right,
it takes 12 and a half minutes to do 6 at once, plus cool down time. They have to be heated up to 400 degrees.
Okay.
And it isn't mud you supply, unfortunately. These have a coating on them that you can't see.
Okay.
Heats it up to 400 degrees, the ink transfers in there, and it cools off, and that's it. Once it's in there, I use these for a diner. And once it's in there to stay. Commercial dishwasher, they stay. They have...
Really?
Yeah, they've got a couple hundred. I deliver 3 to 4 cases at a time to that diner.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I mean, my mind is rolling of all the different things you could use this for.
The catalog is about a 1/4 inch thick of products that I can get, most of which I can get overnight.
Okay.
Because they come out of New Jersey and they ship them FedEx ground, and I have them overnight, sometimes 2 days, depending on what it is and if he has it in stock.
Okay.
These 2-ply face masks for a little extra charge. We can add a 3rd ply. You can put a filter in. You've got an actual proper face mask.
Okay.
These are like I said. These are called face coverings. They're not called face masks.
Okay.
But this I took your logo off the internet yesterday, threw your name in there, and boom, there it is.
I'm going to keep that with my keepsakes.
There you go. Well, you can wear it in the store too. So they'll know who you are. Like I say, this is a joke because they can see you before they see you.
That's true, yeah.
So, oops, upside down.
And tell me this: how do people get a hold of you? How do you want people to communicate with you?
Well, the easiest way is to email me.
Okay.
And let me get the right spot here for you.
All right, here we go.
There's Mr. G's Crafts at yahoo.com.
Mr. G's Crafts at yahoo.com.
Or 908-447-4880.
908-447-4880?
4880. You can leave a message and I can get back to you. Leave me an email and I'll get back to you.
Okay.
I check my email constantly and I hear the phone.
Do you text?
Message. I will text back, yes.
Okay.
You can text. That's the cell phone number, that 908 number.
Okay.
So you can contact me via text.
All right.
I also have a Facebook site of Mr. G's Crafts LLC.
Okay.
And I do have a few pictures of their products I've done.
All right.
And you can contact me that way as well.
So, local guy, I've known Greg for a few years now. I think I got a couple things done with him, and it's kind of neat. It's just this, little something interesting. You got a birth announcement or a wedding or an event you're going to, and you want a gift that's not going to be like any other gift. You can make something very specific and very personal.
That's what it is, personalized products.
Personalized products.
I had one of my customers pass me along to somebody else. Last week I got a request for 21 ID tags.
Wait a minute, what's that?
Well, just they needed to have their photo and their company logo because
like you'd put on a lanyard or something.
Right, it's a physical therapy place, so they're going to people's houses in person.
Good point.
And because of that, they have to have an ID tag, and a lot of them are pins. So long as you don't have a pacemaker, I use magnets. You can slide it over top, slide the magnet in behind it, boom, it's on there. It's not going to damage your shirts at all.
Right.
Or your jackets, and I knocked those out over the weekend and delivered them to them Monday.
Really?
And they were very appreciative of it because they needed it because they are going to so many houses.
And they didn't have to buy 50 or 100 or pay for a big setup charge or anything like that?
Actually, I was pleased. They actually set up their own. And all I had to do was resize them to fit each one.
That was good.
So it worked out very well. And there it was a little awkward because they were all a little different in size because of the size of their name underneath.
Oh,
some
right.
are long names,
Yeah.
some are short names. So the shorter names fit a little bigger.
Right.
But every one of them, boom, done.
All right.
21 of them in no time.
So Greg's a local guy, good guy, involved in the community. I know him. I've dealt with him. You'll enjoy dealing with him. Give us the phone number again,
908-447-4880, 4880.
Okay. And Mr. G's
Crafts LLC on Facebook or Mr. G's Crafts at yahoo.com.
Okay. I'm going to let you go. Is that okay?
Thank you, and you have a nice one, and stay healthy.
Yep. Take care, Greg. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye, Jim.
All right, folks, that is an example of a 5 to 8 minute interview. So that would be called a 5-minute interview. We're giving those away. We're giving one away for next week's show. If you want a 5-minute interview for next week's show, call me right now. I'll give one away for free, as long as you haven't been on here before, okay? In other words, if you've already been on before, that's a different story. Donna Stalvey will be coming up in a couple minutes. minutes. But in the meantime, the phone lines are open. 422-7336. 422-7336. If you want a free 5-minute interview next Saturday between 9 and 10 on Weller Does Delmarva, call me right now. The number again, 422-7336. 302-422-7336. If you are watching or listening and you say, I want to be on the show, you can be on for 5 minutes, just like you saw with Greg, and there will be no charge for that. We're giving one away for next week's show. Call now, 422-7336. Don't miss this opportunity. So we've got Donna is coming up next, and I know her. I've known her for quite a while in the community, a good community-minded young lady. I actually go to church with her, and she's a good girl. She's a good girl. I know her husband. And so anyway, we're going to talk to her in just a minute. She's got a brand new business idea opportunity coming up, and we want to help get the word out about that. But if you are watching right now and you would like to join me for a 5-minute interview, I'm going to give you the opportunity to have one absolutely free. All right, everything is a go at the Georgetown Airport, I'm being told. Everything is a go, so I'm looking forward to that. It's this big flyover. I need to find the exact information as best I can, and if you could send it to me or take this iPad and look it up for me, it would help me a little bit. But oh, okay. But if you could bring it up for me to read it, I'd appreciate it. So anyway, Donna is here. I'm going to set my little timer to 5 minutes. And my next guest, I think she is a little nervous. I'm not sure. Oh, she said yes, she is. So, Donna, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are
Good.
you?
Good. This is Donna Stalvey, local lady from the Milford area, and she's got a new business she's getting ready to start, and she's excited. She's excited. Are you excited?
I am excited.
Okay. So anyway, tell us, Donna, what are you getting into? What are you getting ready to do?
Okay, so my new upcoming business is
Okay.
Go Paint Ceramics.
Go Paint Ceramics.
Yes.
That's a pretty cool name.
This
Go
year-
Paint.
Go Paint.
Go Paint.
So we'll be a ceramics studio located
Okay.
in Milford.
All right. Milford, Delaware, right?
Yes.
Okay. About where? So I'm going to tell you where I think it is, and you tell me how close I am, okay?
Okay.
All right. We're on 113 going north towards Dover.
Yes.
We have not left Milford yet, and on your right is the bypass is coming up that goes up and over. Before that bypass, you turn right there by Muffler Mart, am I right?
Yes.
It's right in that little complex there.
Yes, I am
Okay.
the very next right after Muffler Mark.
Okay. And so when are you going to open?
Hopefully June 1st.
June 1st is the goal, everybody. Okay. So,
Initially was set for April 1st, but
wow, 2 months ago.
yes.
April, May, June. Oh, my goodness.
So
Okay.
I'm anxious.
I bet so. I bet so. The clock's been ticking.
Yes, but
All
that's
right.
okay.
So-
I've been steady making ceramics.
So you got like molds where you pour that goo in there and you put the rubber bands around the molds.
Yes.
And then you open it up and you take a knife and you trim all the excess off.
Yes.
See, I know all about ceramics.
Yep, we get it all cleaned up. I fire it, and then it goes right out to the shelf.
Really? So what will people do? Will they come in and buy a ceramic item or make one?
They will come in and buy a ceramic item.
Okay, so you're going to have them already done
Yes.
on the shelf for purchase.
Yes.
All right.
So I will do open paint day. Certain days will be open where you can just come in, pick an item, sit down, and paint.
All right. And is there a charge for that?
There's only a $5 sitting fee,
Really?
and then just your ceramic piece, whichever you may choose.
They have to buy their own paint, though.
No, I supply the paint brushes.
In the $5?
aprons. Yes, everything
Okay.
you need for that $5.
Now, so if you had 4 people sitting at the table, could all 4 have a different item?
Yes.
Okay. So in other words, they come in and they pick an item off the shelf. They buy the item. They pay you $5 for the use of the table and the chairs and the paint and the brushes.
Yeah, for all the mess, so they don't have to clean up
That's
anything.
this would be neat. Are kids allowed or is it only adults?
Yes, kids, seniors, anybody.
What a nice thing. somebody could take somebody there for just an afternoon to get out of the house and get their wits about them.
Yes, exactly.
And
then I will also be hosting birthday parties.
Birthday parties,
so
okay.
If they wanted to come in for a birthday party, I'm doing a birthday party package.
Okay.
So that way they don't have to bring anything except gifts if they want to bring gifts, but I'll supply the pizza, the drinks, and cupcakes.
This is so nice.
So that way it makes things easier for parents. Like you don't have enough to stress
You don't have to
about.
rent a room somewhere.
Exactly.
They just pay you a flat price and you're providing everything.
Exactly.
Wow. All right.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. And tell me, I mean, and it sounds like it could be a group of 4 or 5?
I can fit up to 15.
Up to 15, okay.
For now. I do have access to another room if you have a larger event.
As you grow.
Yes.
All right.
And then I also am rolling out a program for ceramics on the go.
What's that?
So that there is, if senior centers,
Right.
fundraisers,
Okay.
clubhouse activities, where I will bring everything you need to your facility.
For 5 or 10 people or however many they're allowed to have.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
And that there I could fit up to however many you can fit in your
Place.
So if you're doing a fundraiser and it's for 20 people, we will pick out a particular piece,
So they'll all do the same thing.
all the same piece, and then that way everything is made.
Okay.
So I make everything to make sure that you have it for your party.
Wow.
Trying to keep it simple but fun.
I would say. So you would show up and then everybody would paint it to the best of their abilities. You're supplying everything.
And also some of the know-how, some people,
Right.
hey, what about this technique? Or I'd like to do this, or I'd like to do that. So
Mhm.
that's what I'm there for, instruction and guidance.
Okay. So how do you want people to talk to you? If there's somebody's watching or listening right this minute and says, I want to talk to Donna, I got an idea. How do you want them to get up with you?
Okay, cell phone is always the best way.
Okay. 302?
233-1520.
233-1520.
Yes.
All right. And so they can plan an event in the future. They can talk about coming to see your business. June 1st is the opening date.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. You got a Facebook page coming along?
I do. Everything is all right around Go Paint Ceramics.
Go Paint Ceramics.
Yes.
That's a pretty cool name.
So
That'd
my
be good.
email, gopaintceramics@gmail.com.
Oh, really?
Facebook, Go Paint.
Okay.
Everything.
So,
I got
is the
very-
Facebook page on now?
Yes.
So I want to encourage people to like that Facebook page, okay? All right.
And then, so right now what I'm doing is just curbside pickup. They can go on Facebook. They can see some of my items that I've posted. And then they just send me a message and tell me what time they want to be there, and I'll have it all ready for them.
Okay. Well, they're going to cut me off in just about a minute or so. So I want to say thank you very much. Oh, we've got a caller on hold. I can't believe that. But anyway, is there really a caller, or did I miss that caller? I don't think they're listening to me. No caller. Okay. And I didn't see the things in the background. What do you got, a truck and a trailer?
Oh, yes. Okay, so here's one of my newest.
They're going to cut me off here. I hear the music. Nice little truck and a camper trailer.
Right now, this is just open, so you can put your little
Wow.
trinkets in it. Also, one of the other biggest sellers is the camper.
All right. They're going to let me go. So I'm going to let you go. Is that okay?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everybody. We're going to be right back after this break. Stay tuned.
Here at the Parker Group, we value community above all else. During these challenging times, we take a personal responsibility to provide aid and assistance to those in need. Stay safe, Delmarva. We've got your back.
Delmarva Roofing and Coating is local.
We've been installing commercial roofing for over 25 years.
Some people stand behind their work, but we stand on top of it.
By coating your roof, you're extending the warranty. Call us now. It'll save you money. Before you replace, ask us about restoring your roof. Delmarva Roofing and Coating, local since 1988. Above all, a good roof.
Here's a great way to save money on your credit card bills. If you have 3 or more credit cards and you're way behind on the payments, we can show you a way to pay as little as 50% and have zero debt in 24 months. Call now and learn how to reduce your credit card bills by 50% and be 100% debt-free. We always offer 24/7 help and a free consultation. Call right now.
Wildlife can frequently find a way into your home, causing destruction and spreading disease. Unlike traditional pest control companies, Wilkins Wildlife specializes in humanely removing wildlife from your home.
Animals are unpredictable.
We study their behavior and habits and know how to quickly remove them for good.
When we moved into this house a few years ago, we didn't realize we'd be sharing it with a large colony of bats. Wilkins Wildlife was the only ones who were able to come in and take care of the problem.
Wilkins Wildlife and Bedbug 911. When you have a wildlife problem, we have
Weller here, and we are live. This is no joke. This is a real show. This is a bonus hour, okay? This is a test to see how long can Jim talk, okay? More importantly, how long can Jim not use the restroom? But I just want to say good morning to you. You're watching a show called Weller Does Delmarva. If you say, I have never seen this show before, that's okay. It's free. There's no charge to watch the show, okay? We would like you to tell your friends about it. If you're watching on Facebook, either start a watch party or hit the share button. If you ever want to be on this show, we're giving away a 5-minute interview absolutely for free. And the only thing is you need to come here to be interviewed, all right? So if you're watching right now and you own a business or you have a product that you want to promote or sell, or you have a home-based business and you want some free publicity, we're giving away one 5-minute interview for next Saturday on this show, Weller Does Delmarva, okay? So we're getting ready to talk to a local realtor. Her name is Renee Edge. I'm going to set the timer, everybody. See, there's the 5 right there. So I got it set because my electronic one's not working right. So anyway, here she is. This is a local realtor, not local. She's local, everybody. Renee, how are you?
Yes, not loco. I'm doing good. I'm happy to be here. It's a beautiful day.
What's it like outside?
The sun is out and the rain is drying up. It's just beautiful.
Good.
Very fresh air. So
good. Yeah. And what are you doing today?
Today, Will, doing a little bit of work, but I'm here and hopefully enjoying the afternoon a little bit. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Do you have any house showings? You do all that by appointment now.
We do it all by appointment. There's been some changes with COVID, but we are still pushing along.
Okay.
But things are just a little bit different, a little more restrictive.
Okay.
But yes, appointments, making sure buyers have their pre-approvals ready, things like that. So it's some little bit of upfront work first.
The pre-approval means we just want to make sure you understand what's involved in getting a loan. We can help you through that process, correct?
Right. So I can definitely refer people to a local lender, and I always recommend a local lender instead of like Quicken Loans or somebody online that's not local.
You need to talk to a human being.
Yeah, and that's going to basically give you a passport to go shopping, house shopping.
Well, and I think it also helps you because people get very disappointed when they look at a house, they get excited about it,
right?
They make an offer on it, and then they go to work on their loan and find out, things weren't as they were 6 years ago or 2 years ago or 10 years ago.
Exactly. And certain price points, it can be very hard there could be multiple offer situations. So when you have your pre-approval ready to go, you
stand a better chance.
Right. You're ready to make that offer.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, Renee Edge, you are with what realty?
So I'm with Keller Williams Realty. My home office is in Lewis, Delaware, but I do serve all 3 counties. I'm from Delaware, so I'm comfortable going in all 3 counties. Keller Williams, some people may not know this, fun facts, they were named the #1 real estate franchise and the top workplace for women and veterans.
Really?
And yeah, and I actually encourage, if anybody's interested in a career in real estate, I'll be glad to help with that as well, along with, buying and selling. So
could you see somebody like me selling real estate?
Yes, you would be perfect.
Do I have to read anything or take any tests?
You do. You have to take
okay.
a little course. It doesn't take long.
Okay.
But I'll help you through it.
Okay. Oh, my. So anyway, the real estate market, I'm under the impression it's on fire. It's just hot.
So it is. I brought some numbers.
You didn't want me to say all that, did you?
Well, no, that's great. I mean, I brought some numbers for Sussex County.
Okay, let's do Sussex County.
Yep. And so it says the past 7 days, there's been 147 new listings come on the market.
Really?
Yep. And
20 a day.
Yeah, so quite a bit. However, there was also 174 that went under contract. And then,
so we need houses.
Yeah, and then there was 101 that closed.
Really?
Yeah, so
those all sound good to me.
It is busy, and for buyers, that's why I say the pre-approval, picking the right lender, getting that all squared away before you start looking. And sellers, we definitely need inventory.
So walk me through the process. I'm watching you or listening to you right now. I'm thinking about buying a home in the next month or two. All right? Well, I'm not really, but I'm just saying. Let's pretend I am.
All right.
Well, I need you to understand. I'm always ready. But my next thing is what do they do first? They give you a phone call?
Yeah, they would call me. I would get some criteria from you. What are you looking for? What are your must-haves? What are your locations? For some people, a school district is important. For some people, they don't want to be in town or they don't want an HOA. So we would find out all those things and start narrowing down a search for you. And I would ask you about the pre-approval process. If you already didn't have a lender, then get you hooked up with one, give you a couple options. And then I would send you some listings to see, what you like, what you don't like. And you can kind of pick from there and say, hey, I like these 10 out of 20 and I want to go see all these 10. And I will go ahead and start setting them all up, get the appointments ready for us. And we'll basically go looking until you find the one you want. Then we'll go through the contract with you, the inspection process, all that process is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, and this is technically no charge because your desire is to help them find their forever home.
Right. So the buyer's agent is representing you as a buyer, and you definitely want an agent to advocate for you. I tell people that we're going to become like family for a couple weeks. We're going to be on the same team. Okay. But you've got to pick the agent that you're comfortable with and that's going to understand your needs. So I also customize what we're doing based on your needs and maybe your family needs as well. But yeah, we would then put in the offer and go from there.
Okay. And so then people would say, okay, I want to see this house. You would make arrangements and meet them there. Everybody's wearing a mask and you show them around?
Yeah. So right now we have a little bit of COVID restrictions where we're not asking for, sometimes people bring their whole family and that's always great.
Okay.
But we're asking for just maybe 1 or 2 people to come and see the home.
Okay.
We are wearing masks, doing hand sanitizer. There's a little bit of flexibility there if the home is vacant versus occupied.
Right.
But definitely doing social distancing and things like that.
And if somebody's going to sell a house in the next few months, maybe not right now, it's still a good time to start the conversation.
Yeah, definitely.
Get the ball rolling.
Yeah, as the numbers show, people are still buying. There's plenty of buyers out there. So there's always, going to be a need for some inventory.
So let's talk about selling a house.
Okay.
Okay. So I got a house I want to sell. Do you only handle people that want to buy, or do you also handle people that want to sell?
So I handle buyers, sellers, commercial properties, commercial leases, all that investing, things, all that stuff. So yeah, selling a home. I have a couple listings now, currently. So I'll handle all the marketing and setting up open houses. Open houses are on hold right now for COVID, but they are coming back. And, finding you a buyer.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you take pictures and everything and guide people through the process?
Absolutely. So we do pictures, sometimes drone pictures, depending on the location and, if that's going to be helpful. So we do great pictures. I usually take a ton of pictures. One of my pet peeves is looking at a listing and there's only 2 pictures or no pictures. So I take a ton of pictures, make sure that it's marketed right, do a great description.
How many is a ton in your version? 4 or 5?
No.
Okay.
Like 50, 75.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it depends on the property, but there's certain aspects of a property that you want to show off.
Right. And you would know that.
Right.
See?
Right. You got to
So-
look at the home in the buyer's eyes. So, in working with both sides, I think you get very familiar with what buyers are looking for.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, then, how do you want people to reach you?
So, I brought a sold sign.
Okay.
So, if you want to get your hands on the sold sign, whether you're buying or selling,
Okay.
my cell phone number is 302-535-5599.
Hold on. 302-535-5539.
5599.
I was close.
$55.99.
$55.99.
Mhm.
Should they dial it in that exact order?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
just
important.
checking. All right. Say it one more time. 302.
302-535-5599.
Very good. You said it the same every time.
Yeah.
You did good.
That's how you get me.
All right. So people can call you. Is that a cell phone?
That is my cell phone.
Can they text you?
They can certainly text me.
Okay. Just checking.
Yep, I do text. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram. Renee
You're on
Edge Realtor.
Facebook? All right.
I do lives sometimes, so if you go on my Facebook page, you can see some of the lives I've already done, and I'll
Okay.
continue to keep doing them.
So what would the Facebook page be?
It's Renee Edge Realtor.
Renee Edge Realtor.
Mhm.
R-E-R.
hmm So if you
Renee
think real
Edge
estate,
Realtor.
R-E, and then Renee Edge, R-E.
Okay.
It kind of matches.
And so you're very active on Facebook.
Yeah, I try to be. And it's been very helpful. I've always done a live at the open houses I've done.
Okay.
And then when COVID came out, it was very helpful to already have those videos and to send them to people that were interested.
Good thinking. Good thinking. All right. How was the interview?
Great. Great.
Okay.
Yeah, this was nice.
Okay. That was longer than 5 minutes, but in
Okay.
other words, did you get everything out that you wanted to?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Now we're going to ask you some questions.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Where are you from?
I am from Delaware.
Okay.
So I was actually born in Newcastle County.
Okay.
I went to school at Caesar Rodney in Kent County.
What kind of grades?
Oh, straight A's.
Get out of town.
No, I'm
Really?
I'm smarty. I'm kind of
All
a nerd.
right.
Yeah.
All right.
So, and then I live in Sussex County in Slaughter Beach area.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. And why'd you get into real estate?
So my background is I've been a registered nurse. I still have
Okay.
an active license, but I went full-time real estate about a year ago.
Okay.
The flexibility of it.
Okay.
It's busy and there's sometimes long days, but then you can manage if there's something you want to do in the afternoon.
Okay.
I also volunteer as a state political coordinator with Delaware Association of Realtors.
Really?
Where we stay in touch with local legislators.
Tell them what matters to you.
Right, to protect the industry and also to protect property rights for people here.
Mm-hmm.
But I also volunteer with the Mare Institute, which is the marine mammal rescue and sea turtles along the shore. So I found as doing nursing, I loved it and it was busy, but there were some things that I still wanted to accomplish in life that I didn't really have time for. So real estate allows me that flexibility.
Is that where you go out and flip over horseshoe crabs?
Well, we do that, but Mare actually, so they say a seal comes up on shore or something.
Oh, yeah.
We'll go and check, kind of babysit it for a while and see
Okay.
why it may have came up on shore, if it just needs a rest or if it's hurt.
How does it get offshore? Put it on like a big blanket and drag it out there?
Well, kind of, yeah.
Kind of. Okay. Okay. Wow. So you've been down when they done that. You ever seen one of the whales that comes up?
I have not gotten to see a whale in person yet.
Okay.
But my husband and I just did babysit a seal not too long ago, actually on Slaughter Beach. So.
Really?
hmm
Okay.
Yeah.
And what kind of pay is it to babysit a seal?
That is volunteer, but
Oh,
it's
okay.
priceless.
It's
because-
priceless.
Yes.
Good selfies and good memories.
Yes, but you can't, if you're a volunteer for Murray, you can't really take any pictures because you want to keep public, you want to keep the
right.
public
You don't
away
want to flood
as much as possible. So it's like you're kind of like an agent, secret agent. You're out there
Right.
and
You don't
can't
want to
tell
draw
anybody.
a lot of attention to it.
And as cute as it is, and you want to say, "Hey, look at this beautiful seal,"
Right.
but got to
Wow.
protect the seal.
Well, you're pretty active.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What's your future plans?
So future plans, continue to do real estate and help people, move here or, however they, whatever they need. Do more, but give more back to the community that I can. During this time with COVID, I've seen a lot of agents do a lot of great things for the community, and that's been nice. I was able to volunteer at the food bank and did blood donation and stuff like that. So
You gave blood.
yeah.
Where do you go to get blood now?
I went to Dover.
Okay.
So there's a whole building there. It had been a while since I donated, so that was all new to me.
Because I remember I used to go to St. John's Church.
I did too. Yep.
Yeah,
With the little.
and-
Yep. You used to go in there. So it's kind of like that, but they have their own building now.
Okay. Blood Bank of Delaware.
It's in
Okay.
Dover. It's like back by the college area.
Okay. You want to take some phone calls and talk about real estate?
Sure.
All right. Can we, I guess if there's anybody that has a real estate question, feel free to call. We're going to let Renee answer your questions. 422-7336. 422-7336. Now, I'm going to keep asking you some questions. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I've bought a lot of real estate and sold some real estate and so on. I usually am an impulse buyer.
Okay.
Okay. In other words, I usually drive by and they're having an auction and I say, I think I'll just stop and buy that place. Okay. So I'm like, I've bought many properties where I end up calling my wife and say, guess what we bought today?
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. And she's like, oh boy. So anyways, so let's talk about when you sell a property. So a person gives you a call and they list the property with you and you become their representative. Okay. You then also put it on what's called a multi-listing thing.
Right. Multiple
Okay.
listing service.
All right. Which kind of puts it everywhere for everybody.
Right.
Okay. But then you are looking out for the person you listed it for.
Right. So my priority is protecting that seller. I'm advocating for the seller.
Right.
So in Delaware, we have dual agency if all parties are in agreement.
What's that mean?
So that means that I can also represent the buyer if they come
Okay.
along and the seller at the same time, as long as both parties are okay with it.
Okay.
If they're not, then that's okay. We can help the buyer get their own representation from an agent.
Okay.
But sometimes I've done that. It works out, and I think that everybody has to be comfortable with the situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're very flexible.
Yes.
Is what you're saying. In other words, you just want the person to have a good experience and either buy what they want to get bought or sell what they want to get sold.
Right. And actually, Keller Williams has a motto. It's a win-win on both sides. So everybody has to feel treated fairly in all the parties. So.
And do you manage any rentals?
I don't. So currently, Keller Williams in the Lewis office doesn't have like a rental office.
Okay.
Usually, rental agents there's either a rental agent or a sales agent. Some still do both,
Okay.
but I'm just sales.
All right. And do you ever come across properties that would make a good rental?
Yeah. So.
Where you say, oh, this is a nice 3-bedroom, 2-bath.
Yeah. So I have a huge variety. I help all kinds of situations. And I just recently sold a listing in Lincoln. Actually, it was a small house that is going to be an investment property for that buyer. But
Okay.
it was only, I think it was like $24,000. Yeah. So it was a deal.
I saw that. I
Yeah.
thought it was maybe a misprint or something.
No, that's sold.
It was a
and-
house.
Yes.
And the land
And the land.
for 24 or under $30,000.
Right, right.
Really?
hmm
Wow. And they're going to fix it up and rent it.
Yes. That's
Wow,
the plan.
very good.
Yeah.
All right, well, the phone's not ringing, so I think I'm going to let you go if that's okay.
That sounds fine.
I wanted to say thanks a lot for coming,
Yeah, I'm happy
and
to come.
I want you to be pleased with your interview.
Yes, I am very much so. It's very nice, and I've been treated very nicely here, and looking forward to.
How about
another-
Tracy? She act okay?
Yes, Tracy's
All right.
great.
She is great. She's a big help.
All right.
All right, well, then I'm going to let you go.
All right,
okay?
thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. All right, everybody, Renee Edge. One more time with the phone number, 302
302-535-5599.
535-5599. I got it.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you. Yep. Oh, yeah, I know. I got to get down there. All right. So, and I want everybody to keep an eye on me because I am going to be, in fact, Tracy, I need you to do me another favor. I need you to take my iPad, if you can, and get it charging, if you would. I don't know if you can reach that cord right there and just. No, this one. Yeah, that one. and just at least plug it in for me if you would, because I'm going to get rolling, folks. I'm going to Georgetown, and I'm going to try to do a Facebook Live of these planes taking off, all right? So it starts at about 11 o'clock-ish, and I just want you all to know about that. Today is Saturday. Weller's Utility Trailers is open. We are open today until 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock, it's the other end, I think. Yep. Anyway, we're open till 2 o'clock today. We are busy, they're telling me, but we will take good care of you, okay? So if you want a trailer or a shed or a carport or an Amish-made vinyl swing set, in fact, our next delivery of swing sets is like first week in June, I think. So if you want to get a vinyl swing set and you don't want a long wait time, give us a call, stop in. We've got 4 or 5 of them on display. Check them out. They're all salt-treated lumber, wrapped in vinyl, stainless steel hardware. Everything that's metal is powder-coated, virtually maintenance free, and we've got 4 or 5 displays there. We order it. They're made by the Amish. They include delivery and setup right to your property, and we can hook you up with a swing set. And normally you have to wait a month or 2. We have got room on the next delivery, which is the first, I think it's the 5th or 6th of June, where we can get one more swing set on that load if you have an interest. We have got kayaks on sale at Weller's in Bridgeville. I want to tell you, if you want to be on this show, a free 5-minute interview is still available for you. I need you to call me right now at 422-7336. And I'd like to take a moment and tell you one more time about this building I have for rent in Ellendale, okay? So this is a 3,000 square foot commercial building right on the highway in Ellendale, 113 on the northbound side, and my electronic billboard is right next to it, so it's a very visible site. People look at the billboard, they're going to look at the building, and if you have a business you want to open up or start, or you got one and you want to locate it to Ellendale, or you want a second location, it's for rent, $1,500, and it's got about an acre and about 1.7 acres of land. It is zoned commercial. You could have a used car lot there if you want to. You could have a consignment lot if you want to. You could have a sporting goods store. You could have a lawn and garden center. There's a lot of outside property there. Lots of visibility. If you have any interest, give me a call and I'll be glad to show it to you. It's going to be available soon. And then I got a few more gift cards for Vanderwende that I'd like to give away. So if there's anybody watching, I want to hear from you. Just give me a call at 422-7336, 422-7336, all right? And we will take your phone calls. Tracy, do you want to talk with me on the show? Tell us what's going on in your world. All right, have a seat if you would. Take your pad and your pen with you in case we get a phone call or something. And Casey, not Casey, her name is Tracy. Tracy is a military gal. And we're going to talk to her about Memorial Day and just a few different things. So good. So she works behind the scenes. She gets the people lined up to be on the show and sits them down and stuff like that. So Tracy, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So how are you?
I'm good.
All right. And so you're a military person.
I am.
And I want to thank you for your service.
Oh, thank you.
And we were talking earlier about Memorial Day.
Yes.
It's to, honor and memorialize.
Well, and people get confused
about
Veterans Day, Memorial Day. And so Memorial Day is more for the people that got killed, that have been killed in action for the most part.
They gave the ultimate sacrifice, you would say.
Yes. And so, and a lot of people tend to, there's a, it's the gold ribbon where it's parents that have lost their child. And so you'll see it especially in the Veterans Memorial Cemeteries. That's where they go and lay their wreaths on Memorial Day.
Okay.
Because that's when, because all those people gave their lives for them.
Right.
So, and that's what we're honoring, is the people that went before us.
Right. And that's where Veterans Day is different than Memorial Day.
Right, because Veterans Day honors all the people that have ever served.
Right, or are serving.
Or
right.
are currently serving,
Current,
correct.
past, present.
Yes.
And so on. Okay.
Yes.
So what branch of the military were you in?
I was in the Air Force.
Air Force for a little while, a long time?
I was in for over 20 years.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And have you traveled outside the United States?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You went further than Dover?
Actually, I actually came to Delaware after I retired.
Really?
So I was never stationed here. I came here afterwards. Never even, so.
So you never even been stationed in Delaware?
No.
Wow.
But
so where are some places you've been?
I was the Air Force. I thought it was always funny. I always thought that it was God's kind of like joke that they sent me to the Asian side, the Pacific side.
Okay.
I always wanted to go to Europe, and I always ended up on the Pacific. So,
Really?
Yeah, I've been all over the Pacific. I was in Greenland, but for the most part, I stayed mainly in the Pacific coast
Okay.
for the majority of my time.
In the United States Air Force.
Yes.
Wow. And now you're retired from it.
Now I'm retired, which is
Okay.
nice. Which is
In
really
Delaware.
nice. In Delaware, which is kind of nice, So even though, I still work, but it's not as,
Not as active.
not as. So then, so it's nice to be able to be retired.
Well, good.
So.
Good. And I think I only got just a couple minutes left. So my next question is, you got any big plans for the weekend?
Actually, today at Pfeiffer's in Kent County, they're doing a drive-through strawberry.
Really?
Yeah, because they normally they do you pick strawberries, or they have a strawberry festival, and because of everything that's going on, they couldn't. So they're doing a drive-by. So what's nice about that is that instead of just sitting in line, you're actually going through like different. Like the peaches or the blueberries, yeah. So then at the end, you can actually buy a flat of strawberries. So, and that's pretty cool. So fresh strawberries, but in a scenic drive.
What are you going to do with them?
I'm gonna eat them.
Just the strawberries, or are you going to make something?
Yeah, no. So and what they're actually going to give you tips on things that you can make and how to freeze them, and
Really?
yeah. So I thought that was kind of cool too.
What time's that?
It's actually started at 10 and it goes through 4 or until they run out.
Well, they're going to be sold out by the time you get there.
Hopefully not. No, I'm hoping the rain didn't cancel them. The rain didn't cancel them, so I'm hoping that maybe it'll help the line be shorter.
Right, because you want some strawberries.
Yeah, I want some strawberries. I want some Pfeiffer strawberries.
Okay. Yeah. And the flyover thing is coming out of Georgetown. It's a go. It starts at 11 o'clock, and it's going to fly up to Greenwood and then down to Laurel and over towards the beach and finish back up. So look to the skies. There's going to be numerous planes, in other words, and different planes too. It's going to be very exciting, know. So I'm going to go down and watch the takeoff is what I'm going to do. So I think that's about all I got. What is he telling me? 1 minute left.
1 minute. All right.
I appreciate your help with the show. Okay.
Yes, you're
You
welcome.
do a good job. You do all those posts, and you get here on Saturdays. And thank you for your service as well as your help with the show. Okay.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you. All right. Have a good weekend. All right. There she goes, everybody, Tracy, and she's going to go get herself some strawberries. So we had a few winners today. Thank you to Colin and Lou and Jonathan and everybody that makes this show happen. There's another gal named Jackie and Katie also help out through the week. So it's a busy time. Thank you, everybody. Happy Memorial Day. Thank you to all the men and women that are in the military. We appreciate you very much. And thank you very much for watching my show. So God bless you. Have a good weekend. I'll see you when I see you. And be safe, be kind, be courteous, and be careful.